camera better. Yeah.
Where will the King end up at? This is the final decision. Maybe. This is the next decision, and LeBron James is not going back to the Los Angeles Lakers. We know that. But where's he going to go? The Sacramento Kings? The Brooklyn Nets? The Chicago Bulls? Realistically, there's about 6 to 7 teams that Rich Paul outlined and that we know that LeBron can really go to. Some of those include the Philadelphia 76ers. They obviously just got Jaylen Brown. They got a couple other all-stars over there as well. We have the New York Knicks potentially. They fresh off a championship. That could be a good landing spot for the King. The Denver Nuggets. Swiper. Maybe LeBron James might want to go and play with one of the best playmaking bigs of all time and a couple all-stars over there. Where else we thinking, fellas? Where do you guys think LeBron will realize?
One of the best playmaking bigs of all time. I guess Ron's starting off the show with today.
I wanted to make sure I don't heard that Swiper.
Yeah, right. Yeah, him, Chris Webber, Brad Miller. Yeah, those ones. No, but shout out to Braun. I think that Denver and Minnesota make the most sense for obvious reasons. I think Minnesota would also be a great fit. Culturally it'd be a little bit different. Chill as we call it. There'll be a team of YNs on that side over there, and so I think he would enjoy being there as well. I think that would be a very competitive team. And yeah, I don't know how much he would love LaMelo Ball, but I do think that'll be a very interesting fit for sure, though.
First of all, when I get to a certain age, there's certain things that I'm just over. And hanging out with YNs, to your point, all the time can get a little corny. It can. Then this one over here is evidence. He takes years off my life. This one right here. Yeah, the one with the hood on. Yeah, that one right there.
Yeah, that
he
one,
takes years off my life. Yes, he does. No question about that. And I love this dude, but he takes years off my life. And James, in the twilight of his career, does he actually want to go hang out with some young dudes, or do I really want to just go put my feet up and let the other dudes do the majority of the work, like in Miami? Because the one thing that I found out from James is he is consistent, because he does like familiarity. So Cleveland and Miami, bless you, Ron. Cleveland and Miami make the most sense because he's familiar with that. All of them other places, like you talked about, Denver, Minnesota, Philly, the Knicks, that shit is window dressing, Jay. I broke up with my chick. I'm really getting back with her, but I'm gonna go hang out with a couple of chicks for a little bit. But in the end, I'm really getting back with my chick. So places like Philly, I'm going on a date. Denver, like that shit ain't realistic, but it sounds fun. But James is not moving to Denver. He is not. No.
Why would he not
moving to Minnesota.
Denver is a great city. Minneapolis is a great city. Y'all tripping.
I'm sure it is. I've been to Minneapolis before. Yes, I'm sure it is.
Hey, just like them side pieces is good. Just like them side pieces is good, but
yes, they are.
It's good for a week. It's not good for a lifetime.
If we're doing just ranked on food, Miami has the worst food of any of those cities.
This is awful.
This
so nuts. First of all,
their food is trash. Y'all, I went there expecting delicacy. New York got better food.
He never been to the Jamaican spot. And we was in Miami together.
And that food was garbage.
We didn't go to the Jamaican spot. We didn't go to the Cuban spots. We didn't go to the Italian spots.
I went to the Cuban spot. You lucky the Cuban coffee and the Cuban sandwich is the only good thing they had down there. That's it. That's it.
Man, give me a break.
I find it hard to believe, though, that Braun's going somewhere because the food.
No. Or he got a private chef. He did
leave. Well, he did end up leaving Miami because he didn't get his chocolate chip cookies. That did.
Yeah, that's facts.
That's a respect thing. That's about respect.
I bet you that'll be the first thing on the table if he comes back.
Don't leave that out, Ron. Do not. You might have an endorsement for chocolate chip cookies when you get back down to South Beach. Like whatever you're looking for is yours. You got it, my man. Yes, absolutely. You definitely got that. So, yeah, I just think it's I think it's more of a familiarity thing with him. I think he's in the twilight of his career, and I think that he's probably interested in going somewhere where it's more familiar. I think the Miami fit works off the strength that I think that they can insulate him. I think we had talked about Washington and Miami in terms of defense. I don't want to discount how awesome Miami's defense is, because you guys made a really good point about how good Miami's defense is, and I think Miami's defense is fantastic with Wiggins and Giannis and Bam and now Davion Mitchell. So James could be the primary ball handler, yet he wouldn't have to worry about playing D. He wouldn't have to deal with covering their best ball handler. Like that would be Davion Mitchell. that would be Davion Mitchell dealing with those guys. But then you can use James at the lead guard spot, and James can be your playmaker. James can be your distributor, and he can knock down an open shot when you need him to. Plus, you got long ball guys over there in Fontecchio. You got a long ball guy in Tim Hardaway Jr. So I think that the Miami situation sounds like a good situation. Plus, he's familiar there. He played there for 4 years. So I think it would be a good fit for him. On top of that, I'm a little biased because I said to you before, Swiper, James was in Miami for 4 years. I only got to see him one time. I ain't doing that again. No, he comes back down to South Florida. I will definitely be in Miami more than the one time that I was down there. And that was in the Eastern Conference Championship in 2014. That was the only time I went to see him. I'm bugging for doing that too, by the way.
Is Miami the best fit for him from a basketball standpoint?
I think it's one of the best fits for him from a basketball standpoint. I think that it expands Giannis's game. I think it expands Bam's game tremendously. I think guys like Fontecchio and Tim Hardaway could get a lot better open looks. Like the open looks that Tim Hardaway got and the shots that he got playing with Joker. I mean, I think that he would get a lot of open looks playing with James, who's still a really good downhill guy, still attracts a lot of attention. Fontecchio, because of how fast Miami's going to play with Giannis and Bam as transition players in terms of that defense, I think he'll be able to get a lot of open looks. And I think that's going to have something to do with James too, because James will find him. I feel like with Miami and with Cleveland, I think that he'll take the ball handling duties off of James Harden. Like James Harden won't have that much pressure on him as a ball handler. Same thing with Donovan Mitchell. He'd be just like what's going on with LaMelo Ball in Minnesota. I think Donovan Mitchell will be able to actually play the two guard, and he won't have to worry about having ball handling duties and be a playmaker and distributor. He'll be able to play off the ball and be more effective in that aspect. And I think James will just expand that if he played in Cleveland. Plus add that to the fact that he's even more familiar with Cleveland because he played 11 seasons there. So.
Yo, Jay, talk to me, man. Where do you think LeBron's going to go?
I will not watch a single Cavalier game if LeBron goes to Cleveland. That would be the worst decision I think I've ever seen. I would hate to see him in Cleveland. I don't think he does nothing for the Cleveland Cavaliers at all. I think that, I think the Cleveland Cavaliers are one more season away from just having no choice but to blow it up. I think they should blow it up now. But sure, wait to see the end of the season and blow it up next season. But they're a season away from just gutting the whole thing. I hate to see him in Cleveland.
So you don't think LeBron's an upgrade over Dean Wade? Man,
Yes, he is.
I don't think that one upgrade, right, instead of Dean Wade having LeBron start, is going to make it past Philly or past New York or past Boston. Like, it's not going to make a difference for Cleveland in terms of the Eastern Conference, not even past Miami. I think that I agree with Till that Miami is the best fit, but I don't want to see him there. Obviously, I want to see him in a white jersey with New York across the front, and that he can't win number 6, right? So fuck it. Number
so that's
one,
why you don't want him in Cleveland, because you want him in New York. Fuck the fit. Just because you want him in New York, which is super whack, by the way. Because
he fits awesome in New York.
He actually does it, to be
He
honest.
does. He looked great in New York.
First of all, you already got a small forward. His name is OG Anunoby. You're good in that aspect. You already got a point guard. His name is Jalen Brunson. You're straight over there. So you don't need
Josh
him.
Hart could be on the bench where he belongs, right? And we start Braun. You feel me? And it's Cat Braun, OG, Mikhail, JP. Oh my God, that's an 82-win season. So come on to New York. That's where he belongs. I'm gonna stand on that. I'm on the phone with JB right now. He's gonna make the call later in the week, and we're gonna see if we can get Braun. You know what I'm saying? Over to the city. That's it, man.
I do like Braun in New York a lot.
Thank you, Ron.
A lot. Like obviously they just came off a championship. If we sincerely are talking about the best place that he can step into and have the best shot at winning, it would probably be with the defending champs. Like, and also too, New York plays a good brand of basketball. That he has a competent scorer next to him. He has a stretch big next to him. He has perimeter defenders next to him. He has shooting next to him. He has a good coach that he's familiar with. And obviously he has the Big Apple behind him. Like, New York is clearly the best fit for Bron. Now, if we're saying that we don't think he's going to go there, it's because they just won a championship and because the optics of how the whole thing will look. Oh, man, Bron just went to the team that just won the championship. He's chasing rings, all of that stuff. That's the only reason why Bron wouldn't go there. But
That's noise.
If we're just talking,
No,
about
it's not.
the
You
best
think
team,
it's a coincidence that y'all just won the NBA championship and James shows up? That ain't just noise.
Boo hoo. Who cares? It's the best place for him to go. Boo hoo. I don't care. Cry more.
No, that would not be. that would basically be the ring chasing logic. That's all it would be. You jumped on this crew to ring chase. And by the way, if y'all don't win it next year with him jumping on the crew, guess whose fault it's gonna be?
Name a player. Name a player.
It ain't gonna be
Name a
none of
player
them.
in NBA history that doesn't go to a team to win a championship. Why are you going to a team for any other reason? Duh, he's chasing the ring. Every player is chasing the ring.
Okay, so
that's what they're all there for, to win a championship.
That's not true.
That's why you play basketball at the highest level, to win at the highest level.
See, and I think this is funny too, Jay, because like as a young dude, like just so you know, the Supermax wasn't always around, right? Not only was the Supermax not always around, teams pay guys to come to their team for more bread. So I came here for more cash because this team wouldn't pay me. And we've had recently guys come to groups because, I went there for the money. If I'm not mistaken, I was about to call him KFC. The Denver Nuggets lost KCP. They lost KCP to Orlando for the bread. He did not go to Orlando because he was trying to win the NBA championship. They put $60 million on the table. Bye, I'm out. I know we ain't winning the NBA championship down here. I'm coming out here to get paid. Players get to that point in their career where they don't care about, it's not that they don't care about championships, but I'm trying to get paid. And KCP ended up going down to Orlando so he can get paid. That's ultimately what happened.
I remember when KCP went to Orlando, and the consensus up here was that Orlando was a contender. The consensus up here was that we all thought Orlando was going to be better than they were. So
even with them being,
let's not say that he knew he wasn't going to win a championship going down to Orlando, because that was not the consensus. Marsh, you didn't say that? He wasn't here for that day?
Absolutely it was. So first of all, them being a good team, Jay, that actually helped. But I don't think that there's anybody who thought that Orlando could win the NBA championship, and KCP was the difference in them winning it.
Well, why are guys not running down to Brooklyn right now, right? Brooklyn has mad cap space to spend right now. Why are guys not sprinting down to Brooklyn for the check?
Do you think that if the Knicks, I'm sorry, do you think that if the Lakers wouldn't have wrote that check for Austin Reeves, his ass would not be in Flatbush right now? He 100% would be in Brooklyn because they put $186 million on the table. Absolutely. He stayed in Los Angeles because they paid him. If they hadn't paid him, he would have been gone.
We know it's different. Like, it's different incentives. Some guys like bigger cities. Some guys might go to a city because it has better food. Some guys might actually like the fit, or you might get more playing time or start in this location. The money's obviously a big incentive. And then Jay is right. I think a lot of guys want to win. And I think it's a matter of filling up as much cups as possible. But even with that being said, we know the money's not an issue for Bron. He literally is going somewhere to sign the max.
Why did James Harden go to Philadelphia, Ron? Why did
James
Harden beg to get traded? You did say most. Hence the word most. You did say that. You did say most.
I'm more so talking about Bron, though. Like, Bron is, we know Bron signing a minimum contract. So the money's not even.
No, we don't know that. We do not know that. We don't know he's signing a minimum contract. We know that these teams have minimum deals and he's a free agent. But we don't know he's playing for a little bit of money.
The report was that he's open to sign minimums.
Okay, he's open, so we don't know that for a fact. We don't know that he's.
Would you rather play in Denver or Minnesota on a minimum, or do you want to go get money from the Phoenix Suns?
Depending on well, he's at a point right now where he's not playing solely for money, but I'm also not going to play for a little bit of money neither.
We got the most money in NBA history, bro. You don't need no more bread.
He doesn't. I think he got. Does he? Is he number one or number? Yeah.
Yeah, he made over 500 million.
Yeah. Something like that.
Definitely.
Chill, you at some point you don't need no more money. Like, you good. What do you want to win? You want to compete? You need to go to a place that you don't have to do a lot of work in the regular season.
Well, I already
just go
did
be
that.
a guy. Who? Where?
Well, I already won. So I mean, the idea of winning, he already won.
You just want to hang out?
No, it's not that I want to hang out, but let's not make it clear. Let's make it clear that I can still play and get fair market value for what I do, because it ain't like James is washed. Like, James can still play, so I don't have to play for a little bit of money.
What do you make that clear? Do you think he just wants to play, or is he trying to win something? Did he want to
I think he still wants to compete, but two things can be true. I do still want to compete, but I don't have to play for a little bit of money.
Okay, but you realize that, like, okay, then $12 million, the MLE $16 million. Is that what you're asking for? But what does that mean to Bron? You already have $1 billion. Why do you need 9 more?
Okay, so first of all, let's be clear about $1 billion. Like, let's get to the bottom of what that is, Swiper. And you know better than a lot of us that $1 billion is not $1 billion liquid. Like, he can't just go to the bank and go, "Yo, I got my billion. I need $1 billion in cash."
He's like one of the 300 richest people in the world.
Even if he is, he can't go to the bank and go, "Yo, I need that. I do need that."
He's richer than almost every other human that's ever walked the face of the earth, except for maybe 250 people, maybe 300. He don't need no more money.
Okay, and I'm not saying that he does, but I think two things can be true. One, he could go somewhere and want to play, absolutely, and want to compete for something. But I also don't have to go somewhere and play for a little bit of money, neither.
Well, the place that he can compete can only offer him a little bit of money. Right, like this, all the competitive teams don't have money to sign him for 25, 20 million.
So what does the Miami Heat have right now? Okay, because they got Giannis on the last year of his deal. He has not been extended. Let's be clear about that. So Bam is playing at the max. I think they just Andrew Wiggins just opted into his deal.
I think he restructured. He's on 30.
No, he got a new deal.
Yeah, he restructured.
He got a new deal.
Did he get a new deal? I thought he just opted into the last year of his deal.
No, he restructured.
Yeah,
it's 2 years. 2 years, 48, 40, 45.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it right now, Chill. Going into the season, Oklahoma City Thunder have the largest cap sheet. The Cavs are 2, Magic are 3, Denver's 4, Knicks are 5.
So he would have to go to the Cavs. If he went to the Cavs, he'd probably have to play for a little bit of money. Like, he'd probably have to play for the mid-level exception.
So you want to play with James Harden and Donovan Mitchell for a little bit of money and not Jokic or Murray or not Brunson and Catton, not Ant and Rudy Gobert and LaMelo Ball. I don't want to go play for a little bit of money with the Cavs.
Well, I'm from there. I'm familiar with what's going on there. We won here before. I don't know what's going on in Minnesota. I don't know what
the
kind
NBA
of
is different. Running. I'm way older.
Right, which compounds the logic that, I'd like to go back to familiarity. I don't want to go play somewhere where I'm not familiar. I'm familiar with the Miami Heat. I'm familiar with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
By the way, just so people know, because these clowns, the Rich Paul and them already put up who the teams are. Like in the team names, it was Denver, Minnesota, Miami, Cleveland, and who were the other? What was the other team? Philly.
Golden State.
Golden State. That was the 6 that they had up. So some of this is like that. That's the list. Now I would be perfectly fine if he goes to Miami, I'm happy, like competitive basketball. But you tell me he ends up in Cleveland, I don't think that's competitive basketball for real. I don't think they're going to win anything. Period. Like I just think that's not a great situation for fit. I think the Warriors would be a horrible fit. Like horrible fit.
That's why I think it's window dressing. Like the Warriors, I don't think that's a good fit. Minnesota to go play with them young dudes that's trying to build something, because Ant and LaMelo, like I think I already told you dudes that both of them, they got 3 years left on their deal. So that's the window, right? That's the window for that group. For them two dudes, I think it's 3 years. And if we can't get this done in 3 years, then we got to scrap this thing and see which other direction that we could go in. Denver, on the other hand, I mean,
but I already know. I know for a fact that the Cronkies and him have had conversation, and they've been had relationships. So I already know
that doesn't mean it's not window dressing, though. I mean, you could Jay, I can have a conversation with a chick. That don't mean I'm going out with her like that. I mean, we could talk.
It could be window dressing.
Yeah,
I mean, he was also in Colorado the other day. You know golfing and all that.
Absolutely.
Colorado's a great golfing scene.
Came out
the
here.
Homes are amazing.
See it. Mm-hmm.
Food's great. City's great. If you got money in Denver, you living. You got money in Minneapolis, you living well. That's what I'm saying. Most of y'all don't travel. Minneapolis is a nice city. It is a great city.
It is a great city. It's just cold as hell in the wintertime, colder than anywhere else in the
Oh, it's Chicago.
No, it ain't cold as Minneapolis.
Yes, Chicago's way worse.
Minneapolis. It's not as cold as Minneapolis, so no.
Chicago?
Have you ever been to Minneapolis in January?
Yes.
No, you haven't. You have not.
Yes, I have. I went to weddings out there. You know your white friends get married in the winter.
Negative. Yes, they do. That's goofy as hell too, by the way.
It be outside, Jay. Outside, open venue, snow, pretty aesthetic.
Wild. Yes, super wild. And Chicago winters are brutal, but like I said, Minneapolis, I think it's a lot different there. And let's be clear. Like when I'm going to work somewhere, especially at this age, I like to know where I'm going to work. I ain't just talking about the city. And on top of that, I'm not just going to work in this city. I'm not just going to play basketball. Like, I do other stuff besides play basketball. Let's be clear about that. I'm not just coming here just like KD didn't just go to the Warriors just to win an NBA championship. I'm moving to the Bay Area because I got other stuff going on. And the other stuff that I got going on, it coincides with me moving to the Bay Area. Does the other stuff that James has going on coincide with him moving to Denver? Does it coincide with him moving to Cleveland? Does it coincide with him moving to Miami? That's the $1 million question that you have to ask yourself, because I think that James, being from the Akron area, he got a home there. He can still work out of where he grew up at. Same thing in Miami. He's very familiar with that sort of stuff.
But we work online. You don't think he can work online?
He 100% can work online.
That's what you got his phone for.
Hey, that's all I got to do. That's all I got to pick up my phone.
Yes,
that's it.
Go sign the deal, bro. Bring it
I
back
got an
to
office at the house. I got a studio at the house. What you need? You don't need to be in LA no more. Matter
you
of fact,
can sign documents online, too. You can sign
on the hey. DocuSign is available across the world.
I'm sure Nike use that shit.
I use DocuSign all the time. Yes, I do. I use DocuSign all the time, so I'm familiar with it. Yes.
And New York is the business capital of the world, so wouldn't it make more sense that if he's doing more business?
Jay, kill the New York logic. James is not putting on the New York Knicks uniform. It's not happening.
You don't know that, Chill. You don't know that, Chill.
I'm willing to bet that he's not coming to New York. I am. I'm very confident that he's not coming to go play for the Knicks. No.
Now, because you just want him on Cleveland so you can have an easy path to get back on the Cleveland train.
I don't. It's not that. It's just that I don't want to see him in New York, because when this thing goes the other way, which it's going to, he's going to get all the blame for it. It's going to be all him. It ain't going to be Cat. It ain't going to be Jalen Brunson. It's going to be him.
Who up here is going to blame LeBron?
Yes. It's going to be all him. He's gonna be the reason why we lost.
Do you understand that LeBron,
he's a team jumper.
LeBron's fifth championship is not going to be, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to give LeBron the full credit for it anyway, right? Like, it's not going to be a real fifth championship regardless of who he wins with. So what does it matter if he goes to Minnesota and wins the fifth championship? Are they going to say Braun led them to the championship? No, it's going to be Anthony Edwards championship.
No, that's exactly what they're going to say. The reason why they won is because of James. That's what they're going to say. Like, James pushed them over the top, even though that may not be true. But I can promise you, if they lose in New York, which they're going to, it's going to be because of him. He's the reason.
That's so crazy to say. Like, a foregone conclusion.
Which one of your teams have won, Chill? I'm talking to Jay crazy. Which one of your teams have won in the last few years?
Heard.
The Celtics? That you gonna count that bubble that run?
Yes.
They didn't play Donovan Mitchell and they talk to him, Jay.
How many
Jared Allen was there?
Wait, hold on. Why would I not count? Why would I not count what happened in 24, but count what happened in 23 when y'all beat the people that y'all beat?
Everybody was all the stars were healthy. I don't know what to tell you. They were all healthy. I don't know what to tell you. But Jimmy Butler didn't play in the first round. Was Bam even available? Then you didn't play Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen, and then you didn't play Hallie. Hallie was hurt. He missed him for the last 2 games or whatever, and then played for
problem. But he was there. But he was there, and he did play
for 2 games.
But then that's half the series, so he did play.
Oh my God. Half the series for a reason. Half of the sweep.
Series.
Half a sweep.
Exactly. So they were getting swept anyway. So he just bailed early. That's all it was. That's all that was. He just bailed early.
Yo, Morris, have you tapped in and let us know where you think Bron's going?
I don't care. So,
okay, regardless of whether you care or not, where do you predict that he will be going?
Retirement.
That'd be interesting.
Like if we heard James was quitting, like if that came about where James is out, he quits, like would that be a surprise to anybody? Like, you know what? I don't want to play basketball no more. I mean,
I'd be very surprised.
I checked all my options. I'm 41 years old. I've done everything that I could possibly do in my career. Every record, everything that needs to be broken, I did that. And you know what? I got a daughter that's in volleyball. My son plays pro basketball. My other son is in college. You know what? I'm just going to go. I just want to enjoy the family life. And I don't want to play basketball no more. Would anybody be surprised at that?
I'll be shocked.
Yeah, I would be.
He's the oldest player in the league. I'm never surprised when the oldest player in the league retired.
But half of his life has been basketball, right? So like to leave that on the table.
His whole life has been basketball.
Word, more than half his life, exactly like 60, 65% of his life has been just basketball. So leave that on the table when you clearly have more to give. I'll be shocked just based on how we've seen Braun talk about the game and how
much more does he have to give, though, Jay? Like, if you think about where he is now and where he's been, how much more does he have to give? Or you just not ready to let him go yet?
He can play the 50. He look good.
I'm talking about like that's.
He look good to me.
He's 41. That's 9 more years. We're not being realistic. We're not being realistic.
You seen the guy who said at 30, we only got a couple more years of this shit, and then he played. You know what I'm saying? He played 11 more years. So,
but to Mars's point, I mean, we didn't do this and James is an exception. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. James is an exception, but we didn't do this with any of the other oldest players in the league. Like when Jabbar was 42 years old, we didn't trip when Jabbar
They
was
were
like
washed.
Yeah, I'm about to say they sucked at the end. That's exactly what I'm about to say. They sucked at the end.
Okay.
LeBron is still a
It was a
27-7 player.
Jordan sucked.
He averaged 20 a game
the
last
bars
year.
sucked.
Wiper.
Elijah
He averaged
Wan
21
sucked.
a game last year. So no, he didn't.
Who? LeBron?
James
I
averaged 21
know.
a game last year.
He's still a really good player.
Okay, so he's not 27-7. So he's not 2014 James. That's not true. He's not 2016 James.
27-7.
Okay, 27.
Yeah.
I thought you meant 27. I apologize. So
If LeBron came to play with a real team and not one of those bums you want him to play with, he could average 15, 5, and 5 next year and having a great season.
You got some nerve to talk about bums. Did y'all not get mopped out the playoffs in round 1?
That's cool. I'm with it. Guess what? But guess what?
Team got
If
smoked.
if they're healthy, if they're healthy this next year, which is the whole
I heard Jaden
conversation,
McDaniels say that all you dudes was food.
That's cool. Wait. Whoa. Rui went where?
Rui to the Clippers.
Oh wow.
Rui to the Clippers. Nice. He ain't moving.
For what?
He's a free agent.
He probably got
I
paid.
think it was 2 years,
for some
28.
money, probably.
28?
14, at 10 to 14, like
Yeah,
I said.
I think Mars did say 14.
That ain't no
man.
money at all.
man.
That's a good deal for that's a good deal for the Clippers.
Mhm.
10
And a good
to
player for the Clippers too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep, has agreed 2 years, $28 million to sign with the Clippers. So I ain't got to. All I got to do is I don't got to move. I'm working right on the other side of town now, Jay. So instead of working in Manhattan, now I work in Brooklyn. So
Yeah.
I'm straight.
That's
I don't
about
got to move. Yeah, I don't
Clippers
gotta
are
move.
building an interesting team.
They are.
What's their roster right now, Mars?
Darius Garland, Keaton Wagler, Chris Dunn, Derrick Jones,
Nita
Brook
Hauser, big guy.
Lopez,
Mhm.
Rui Hachimura, Nita Hauser, like you said. Jordan Miller is his name?
Yeah,
the lefty?
Jordan Miller. Yep.
Jordan Miller, Kobe Sanders.
Yeah,
Right, that's right,
They
Kobe.
just extended him. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Peyton Watson soon.
Oh, they got Brandon Ingram for the trade.
Brandon Ingram. yeah,
Oh,
Brandon
who
Ingram.
got Brandon Ingram?
They haven't brought back
Hey.
Brandon Ingram, I don't think. Yeah.
The Clippers are hey.
No.
Yeah, they
they're not-
built
they're not
like
right.
the most. They've built like a play-in team at best, in my opinion. They also need some bigs, like badly. But
Yeah, and Benny come off the books after the season. So, I mean, after last season, because he that was a team option with the Clippers.
Who?
That he ended up playing under Benny Matherin. That was a team option that he
Oh,
played.
but Benny
under this
Matherin,
season.
no, he
Yes,
is.
sir.
Well, he's
oh,
waiting
they
for
still have
a-
Isaiah Jackson. Yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
about
he's
Isaiah
an
Jackson.
unrestricted free agent. So yeah,
How many picks did they end up getting
Restricted.
for losing
They
Harden?
they got quite a few. I can't remember how many, but I know it said they got like a lot of picks now.
See, I like the direction the Clippers went because it's like they're rebuilding or they retooled and they rebuilt at the same time, if that makes sense. You got a ton of assets, but then you still got Darius Garland, who, is made an all-star before, one of the better young point guards. You got Brandon Ingram, another young player, another young good player. And then you got some other good solid pieces too. Like, they're not going to win a championship, but they'll still be relatively competitive. And you guys already know the nature of the league with, how the draft was just built and the league wanting teams to be competitive. The Clippers can mess around and be a mid-tier team this year and end up with a good draft pick.
So the Clippers got in that Benny trade, just in the Benny trade alone, they got a trade exception, conditional 26-1, which Indiana owns. They got a top 4 protected from 10 to 30 in 26 and 28. That we already seen the 26.
The Keaton
draft.
Wagler. That was the Wagler.
Yeah, we already seen that. And then in 28, they get a 2, which is owned by Dallas, and a 29, which is owned by Indiana. A 1, which is owned by Indiana in 29. So they still got left. They got a 2 in 28 and a 1 in 29. That's owned by Dallas, which
that's just Zubac. That's just the Zubac deal. That's not James Harden's deal, and that's not Kawhi's deal either.
That's not James Harden. That's not the James Harden deal neither. So, and as far as James Harden goes, they ended up getting for him. I mean, they got Darius Garland. In addition to getting Darius Garland, let's see. I don't want to give you no bad information. They got Darius Garland, a 2, which was this year, and a 2 that Cleveland had. That was it. That's what they got for Darius Garland. They got James Harden to the Clippers, James Harden to the Cavs, Darius Garland to the Clippers, a second-round pick, and a second round from Cleveland, 2 2s. That's a bucket of extra crispy and a 6-pack, Ron.
What, for James Harden?
Yes, the Darius Garland and 2 2s.
I don't think so. Because I mean, you get a younger guy.
I'm thinking about the picks. I ain't thinking about Darius Garland. Yeah, I'm thinking about them. I ain't thinking about the Darius Garland is the bucket of extra crispy. That's really good. The picks is the 6-pack. That's open.
Darius Garland ain't a bucket of extra crispy.
You ever had a bucket of extra crispy, Ron? You crazy? You know what a bucket of extra crispy is?
Chill, I might get on DoorDash right now and get one.
I'm just saying, B. Go call up
Darius Garland and a bucket of extra crispy.
Yo, go call up KFC, boy. When you hungry, a bucket of extra crispy is like that.
But it's like that, but he.
Hey, y'all, chill. I'm ready. I'm ready to call you a fraud. You know why? You haven't had KFC in decades.
Oh,
decades.
That's not true. That's just not
When's
true.
the last time you had KFC? Chicken.
2020.
You had chicken from KFC in 2020?
That's correct, yes.
Well, he hasn't been a vegan his whole life.
No, he told me when I saw him, I've been a vegan for the last 20 years.
That's just not true.
I kept my figure together. So you
Straight
lied to me.
y'all.
You lied to me
Straight
in front of
lying
company.
to y'all.
In front of company.
Right,
Crazy,
let this dude
bro.
sit up here and lie to y'all in front of everybody that I told him I was a vegan for 20
Wow.
years. That means I just want to make sure that I'm not bugging out. So that
I can't believe Chill. I can't believe anything Chill says.
that's just not true. And
Chill, did you actually work in the penitentiary back in the day?
I did.
Were you in the penitentiary back in the day? Which one is it? I don't know what to believe now.
Well, I was working in the penitentiary. Yes, sir.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's that wordplay swap. You don't know if he was working like laundry detail. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
that wordplay shit.
He didn't want to say guard or like
you feel me?
With the uniform. He had a uniform on. We just don't know which uniform it was.
You feel me?
And then they called Chill the Iceman. He was the hitman back in the day.
Oh shit.
But yeah, man, shout out to Rui. Rui's a really good player, y'all. He's a great player. Like, I don't know why he's only getting $14 million. The market got squeezed. I think this should be assigned to, we'll get to that later on because this is all connected to kind of where the market is. If you're not a star and you're not a bet man, you're stuck in a really weird place right now. Mars, who's gotten the most money on free agency so far? Like Walker Kessler got that bag. He's like a star-ish level big projection, I think, for them, right? But where's everybody else been getting? Like, do you remember some of the numbers that have been floating around? I guess Eason got
Quentin Grimes got 15. Tari Eason got 16 and a half, something like that.
Kobe got
Rui
like
just got
23,
14.
21.
Who, Kobe White?
Yeah, he got like 21. He's on 3
Was
years.
it
3 years, 3 years,
3 years,
74.
70 something? Yeah,
74.
3 years, 70 something. Yeah, okay.
He got
He got
paid.
20 something.
He's a scorer. You can get that bread.
Yeah, because AO got paid too.
Io, yeah, he got what, 5 years?
Got 5 years,
115.
10 or 15 or something like that?
Yeah,
something like that, yeah. Let me just look.
And then K-Dot, Austin Reeves got $45 million. But he's
okay, so yeah, Ayo's getting 22 and a half basically. Tari's getting 16 and a half. Hartenstein is getting 25.
Shout out to Chill. Chill like you remember a Brooklyn 99. You look good, Chill. How old were you then?
31, something like that, maybe.
Chill, you look like Major Benson Winifred Payne.
Oh my God. He just showed us a film photo and he was 31 in a film photo. A photo that was taken.
John Collins got 17. Mitchell Robinson got just under 16. Norman Powell got 22 and a half.
Didn't play for the Pistons. Harris, what did he get? 15?
Tobias got 15 and a half. Yeah,
he got 15 and a half.
Quentin Post just got offered 10 by the Grizzlies.
Wait, and we haven't talked about Tobias Harris. I think that money.
Quentin Post, the Warriors are going to lose him?
Yeah.
Unless they match it. But yeah, more than likely they've lost him. Yeah, more than likely.
I think he just signed to the Grizzlies.
He only played 1 year for them.
They can match. He was there for 2 years.
And remember, because Quentin Post, I want to say they gave him a 2-year deal, guaranteed second-round pick with an opt-out. Is what I think it was. But the thing is, Andrew Nembhard got hit with that same thing. I think he had a 3-year deal, and then he got $18 million after 3 years. So it's like a funny system with the second round picks where you can like have a shortened rookie contract.
Yeah.
But Quinten Post is that's a good steal. But I don't know why Memphis would get him. Because now they have like 8 bigs on that roster.
We have three centers on our roster.
We have 3 centers.
What are
Yes,
you French now, Mars? What the hell is that about?
No,
Mars has
three
established
centers.
his allegiance with the Memphis Grizzlies. Mars
what?
is
Yeah,
Campbell's
I
FC.
don't remember that.
There's been a
Oh,
Where have you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
been the last 2
yeah,
weeks?
yeah.
The last 3
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
Mars
That is
been
correct.
No, but
saying
is that because of Boozer?
Yes.
Yes. That's
So yeah, we have 3 centers. We have
Oh,
ED.
wait, so I gotta
we
be a
have
Kings
ED
fan
Post
now?
and Isaiah Stewart. You don't have to be, but that's because you're an actual fan of a team. You're a Nuggets fan, but me, I'm not. So
No.
So Mars,
no,
it's
What are you
Philly,
knowing about?
Philly,
Swipe us-
Phoenix,
Ru-
it's Philly,
swipe-
Phoenix, and Memphis. That's you. Philly.
No.
Phoenix.
Mars is for the streets.
It's
cut-
Phoenix
No,
and
he
Memphis,
isn't.
but in the East, yeah, probably.
He is
be
a
Philly.
Phoenix Suns fan. Wherever
No,
Jalen
he just
Green
watches
goes,
a bunch of
that's
Phoenix
his
games
game.
because of Jalen Green. That's why.
Jalen Green too.
Yeah, he watches
for
them
sure,
because of
for
Jalen Green. Absolutely.
Yeah. It
That's
just
why
so
you watch
happens I'm
Houston.
also going to be there watching Memphis games.
Yeah.
But
That's why you watch Houston.
yeah, so Isaiah Stewart, Quinten Post, and Zach Edey are the bigs. Zach Edey obviously has been injury prone in his career, so it makes sense to have 3 bigs who are all capable of playing solid minutes for you because you don't know how much you're going to get from Edey. But if you do get a healthy Edey, you now have Quinten Post as a 3rd big, which I think is amazing. So yeah,
Is he more of a, is he a big or is he just? Because I don't think he's a big. And in fact, I think that was one of the major reasons why they stepped off of him because the Golden State Warriors didn't have any size. That was their biggest problem. So I mean, I think
he's a footer.
I mean, he's a footer, but he doesn't play like a footer. I think that's the problem. He's more like a stretch.
Hey,
Not even a stretch big. He just
he doesn't play on the like you're not gonna give him the more in the post and tell him go do something. But
which is ironic. 'cause
he's
his name is Post.
definitely a big and he improved a lot defensively this past season. Like do I think he's a pure like 5? No.
Right.
But do I think he offers a nice size dynamic? Do I also think that he can play next to other bigs, which could be something that you could experiment with jumbo lineups? Yes. Like for 10 million, I think he gives the Grizzlies some solid flexibility, especially if he starts making threes at the clip that people know he can. Like last year, he shot like 33%. So he's a better shooter than that. So if he can make his open threes, and then he still shows like the defensive improvement that he had in year 2, if not getting even a little bit better, then you get like somewhat versatile offensive big who can play both sides of the ball for 10 million. I think that's a good deal personally. I don't think it's problematic personally. So.
And on top of that, I mean, it's just another body that to your point, that they have, because if you look at the landscape of the Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, they're not winning. I mean, so I just think that he's okay. I just think that I think he's another guy who can add to whatever it is that they're trying to do. So
once Kareem lace up his kicks, they'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm so sure we're not winning. That's cool.
And also too, we talked a little bit about Cam Boozer. We talked, about some other young prospects. We will talk more about the summer league. Darren Peterson had a hell of a performance. Cam Boozer made his debut. A couple other Darius Acuff hooped. So we got a couple players that have played, and we also got a marquee game tonight too. AJ DeBanza, Cam Boozer. Oh no, Darren Peterson and Cam Boozer play tonight. So we'll get into that a little bit more. If you guys have any summer league questions about what happened in the weekend or what we're looking at for the rest of this week, send through some super chats. But fellas, before we take a quick break, LeBron James, we have a bunch of teams. I want to ask you guys one more follow-up question. What team would be best for his legacy as of right now?
Retirement.
Yeah, I honestly think if his legacy based,
if we're worried about legacy, it's retirement. There's nothing that boosts your legacy more than not playing. So,
what team would be best for his legacy? Not retirement included.
I think it's either Cleveland or Miami because I think he's familiar with those groups. And I mean, I think that's where he's got the most history. I think it would be a storybook ending if he ended up in Miami and they did something substantial. Same thing with Cleveland because he's familiar with them. Even though he played 8 years with the Lakers, I mean, the majority of his career has been with those. The majority of his career has been with either Cleveland or with the Lakers. But the Miami and Cleveland stuff is where he's remembered the most because he won a lot there and did a lot there. So I think that it's either those two teams, Ron, for me. I don't think it's anybody else.
Swiper, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, I would love him to play with the best player he's ever played with, and that would be with Jokic, obviously. I think that would be mastermind. I mean, I don't even think that's a question, by the way. That shouldn't even be a conversation. But I think that would be
Go ahead. You think it would be a terrific?
No, go ahead.
I was saying, you legitimately think that would boost his legacy, or
if he
make
wins in Denver.
Have him looked at more.
He needed Joker to win. That 5th championship doesn't count. He needed Joker to win. That was Joker's team. Joker was the man.
He would be the third best player. Like
and he needed Joker to win.
No, chill. You're lost in that nonsense.
No, I'm not.
Legacy.
I mean, that's going to be what it is.
Nobody would care. No one would care. No one would care. And you morons, number one, even if you think Wade is better, he didn't play with 09 Wade, moron. So, like, some of this is also like you don't know what you're talking about because you're constantly just glazing and gawking every time somebody I bring up Jokic. Yeah, obviously Joker's better. So, like, some of this is like, if they all, that would be, if it was him, Murray, Watson, Gordon, Jokic, plus whatever, that would be terrific. Like a terrific team.
Swipe because it's interesting you mentioned that like nobody would care. Like, it's different with Jabbar because Jabbar was on the Lakers for as long as he was on the Lakers. So in '88, when they won it, like nobody cared that he was still on that group and he was the third guy. It was obvious that James Worthy was better than him. It was obvious that Magic was better than him, right? So nobody cared when Robert Parrish was on that 97 team that won the NBA championship. Nobody cared. But it's James. So if he's
who cares about his legacy? Damn, that's the problem. This is why Mars is right.
That was the question
about a lot of y'all. I know, but like and this is why Mars is right. And Ron, he's asking a good question because he's a great host. Who gives a damn? Are you gonna win? If you win, that means you got how many championships, Joe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And nobody don't care. You damn, Ron, 42 years old. You want another ring?
I love how Swiper.
Wow.
I love how Swiper is leading this to James. Ron, he leaving out that if the Denver Nuggets win the NBA championship, how are we talking about Joker? Like, what's the logical?
He's in his prime. That's a different conversation.
Okay,
he's in his prime.
I think it's interesting that we talk about James. James is the third best player, and who cares if he wins number 5? I already know what the logic is going to be if he gets on that team and they win the NBA championship. How awesome is Joker? You already think he's a top 10 player right now, right?
But why can't? First off, it's the team though. Like if LeBron plays on a team that doesn't need him to be the engine, basically ever. And then when LeBron decides to be the engine, I think that would be the whole point. Is like you don't have to do any of this stuff. Literally, you can go minimum energy as much as you want, and we're still gonna win. And then on the other end of this, when you do need to take it up, we're just that much better. And I think Minnesota fits that. By the way, I think Minnesota.
Who else fits that?
No, stay right here with Denver, Ron. Stay right here with Denver, Ron. Do you think James? You guys could win the NBA championship with James at minimal energy? Because that suggests to me that this Denver team.
No, I'm talking about the regular season. In the regular season, they'll still if everybody is normally healthy. I'm not. Last year was 6 of 7 players had 6-week injuries. That was a whole different story.
Sure.
I'm saying if it's a normal season, they're going to win 60 games. They go into the playoff, and if LeBron and Gordon and Watson and Brown and Jones, they would be massive. Number one and athletic. So like some of this is like I think Minnesota fits that to a degree. But like, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be like great. Like, yeah, if they were in the middle of all this stuff and LeBron had to play with Jokic and Murray and Gordon, then yeah, absolutely. That would be a terrific basketball team. But some of this it depends on where you want to go, what the situation is. But I do think that for sure LeBron would be a terrific fit in Denver. Like, wouldn't even be a question. For sure.
How's everybody doing this morning? What's up to the chat and everybody? The bald head menace has been getting off lies yet again. Number one, Jokic has never been better than 2011 Dwayne Wade, and I'm standing on that. That's number one. Yeah, you can look all crazy all you want to. Just because the production went down doesn't mean the player went down. You know what I'm saying? The team got better, so his stats regressed, but he was still up and around 09 level in 2011. If you know, you know, but he don't know basketball. All he knows is stat sheets. Good morning again to Ron, Chill, Mars. Jay, how we doing? How we doing?
Hey, real talk coming in here right from the beginning. He want the bull.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Real talk is with the bullshit. Swiper, 2011 James is better than 23 Joker. He better than 22 Joker. He better than 24 Joker. Shit, he definitely better than 20 Joker. No question about that. He better than MVP Joker, 21 and 22 Joker. So what is going on? What are we talking about? James would be the best player. I mean, Joker be the best player James ever played with. What are you doing, Swiper? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I know TV static when I see it. It's good. It's white noise. Yeah, shout out to Real Talk. Glad he's here, but yeah, shout out. That's not even worth the conversation to me, but yeah, shout out to everybody else.
That's
but yeah,
what your mic sound
I think
like. Where you
Denver.
at right now,
I'm traveling. I'm definitely traveling. Yeah. Definitely traveling. I don't think disrespectful at all to say that.
Nikola Jokic is such a shock. You know
yeah, I do think that is like good as well. Why am I entertaining this? I can choose nonviolence today. You're correct. I will not entertain that. Matter of fact, I think that would be a great fit. I think Denver would be a great fit. With Minnesota would be a great fit. I think Miami would be an interesting fit. I would be curious how Bam and Giannis and Andrew Wiggins and Davion Mitchell and LeBron work together. But yeah, man, shout out. Shout out, man.
Yo, can real talk real quick since you walked in here and let's not sugarcoat this. In 2011, can we not say that was Dwayne Wade a top 5 player?
Me and Mars was having this conversation.
They might have had the two best players.
They
in the
might
world,
have had the two best players in the league.
I'm already. This is why I had asked the question. I asked this question years ago when Derrick Rose won the league MVP in 2011. I had asked the question: was Derrick Rose a top 5 player in the game? And one of the first guys that I brought up, when I said James, one of the first guys that I brought up was Wade, because I'm like, Dwayne Wade was definitely a top 5 player in 2011. That's not a question in my mind. Dwayne Wade was a top 5 player. With that also being said, Swiper, if we have what we have today in terms of positionless, Dwayne Wade is first team All-Pro that year, by the way. The reason why he didn't make first team All-Pro is because Bryant was around, and Bryant was at that position. That's why he didn't make first team All-Pro. If we're positionless like we are today, Dwayne Wade is first team All-Pro in 2010, 2011. That's going on. And I think he was an all-league defender that year too. Real talk, if I'm not mistaken.
If he didn't make the team, he was all defense caliber. I do know
and
that.
And when we talking about being in the playoffs, he got busy. I remember that Boston series. He cut Ray Allen ass. He got busy.
For the people in the chat saying that Derrick Rose was better in 2011, God bless you.
No.
God bless you. That's all I really have to say. I don't want to be disrespectful.
No.
Dwayne Wade was quite easily a top 5 player in 2011. And really,
so are we going to bring back that
he was
2011 conversation where you were on the side of Derrick Rose over LeBron James that year?
For MVP.
That doesn't mean
MVP doesn't mean more valuable than LeBron.
You still think he's more valuable than LeBron in 2011?
Here you go,
so that Chicago Bulls team than what James was in 2011?
This is a relevant conversation.
Mean you better.
It's not.
He wasn't better.
I thought Derrick Rose was the MVP doesn't mean I thought he was a better player.
No, that's not what it's literally not what I value. We're doing this again. Value. You think Rose still? I'm asking today in July was a more valuable player that season to his team than LeBron James was.
What I said was he was definitely underselling his argument. That's what I was saying.
That's not what you said. You absolutely were on the side of the road. Now, it was me and one person versus the 6 of y'all that same day, and you were on that side with Derrick Rose. So I don't want to hear this. So like, no, it's not. I think it's good. Wade was an incredible player.
I'm pretty sure they were like a top 7 offense with him on the court that year, 2011.
Yeah, we went through all the on-off numbers and all that stuff. Yeah, it was really a really impactful season. It was really impactful season. Should have been in MVP talks. Not with the top 3.
Okay,
LeBron was not about to win MVP after joining a team with the second best player in the league. And
I know narratives. Yeah, narrative for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, the narrative worked against him 100%.
Even though he finished second in league MVP votes that year, but that's neither here nor there.
He should have won very clearly.
Even though he finished second in league MVP votes that year, but even that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Swiper. Why is Joker in 23 better than Dwayne Wade?
No, I'm not.
You are going to do this.
I'm not entertaining.
You're doing it. We are doing this.
This is summer content. I don't feel like on my vacation I'm going to engage in summer content with doing Jokic versus Wade in 2011. Shout out! If
remember Dwayne Wade, he was a top 5
yes,
player.
I'm very.
You don't even need to entertain it. Cool, don't entertain it. Why is it disrespectful in your opinion?
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think. That's
Siri doesn't understand. Why you think it's disrespectful?
The idea of I'm not gonna entertain this as if it's like beneath Jokic.
No, it's because
No, that's how you're acting right now. You're acting real privileged.
No, I think because the conversation around Joker is going to go so many different ways. I think the issue is Joker was, to a point, for most people up here, a consensus best in the world and was playing at unprecedented offensive levels, including in the playoffs, obviously in 23. And I think the other issue we ran into is that I think what happened is after the injury, I do think the last 4 months, to Real Talk's point, Joker was a different player. I think if we would have ended the season, to your point,
stop talking about this year. Not we talking about this year. He said,
I'm not going
to. That's
yeah.
what he said.
Well, no, I remember I said this version.
We ain't talking about just this season. I'm talking about 20.
No, it would have been this version of Joker. It would have been this version of Joker.
Because this is who LeBron would join.
Yeah, this is who he would play with. Yeah, if Joker's healthy, I think he's still the best player. But hey, people disagree. I guess, but I think that would be a great tandem between them. I wanted them to come together in 2018 when they offered LeBron a contract, but they weren't anything yet. They didn't have they weren't the infrastructure at the point. And Joker was not even all NBA player yet at that point. So,
real talk. So 2011 Wade, he's the best player in the league right now. All health off the table.
Absolutely. But again, I know that I'm probably the highest up here on Dwayne Wade.
Probably.
It is what it. But I don't even think, respectfully, I don't think Dwayne Wade at his best and Jokic at his best is a conversation. I'm easily taking Dwayne Wade.
And so you're on the other side. Oh,
I'm on the other side. Yeah, I'm not even thinking twice. Them at their best, I'm taking Dwayne Wade.
So 2009 Dwayne Wade, 2023 Joker.
Wade clears.
2009 Dwayne Wade is the best.
Y'all don't know who I think 09 Dwayne Wade is for real.
No, I know it.
Oh no, I'm aware. Just clears.
I know it. I don't know if clears is the word I'd use, but are you comfortable saying? I would be comfortable saying 2000.
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
You like that word better? You like that word better?
Wade.
Comfortable?
Yeah, I'm comfortable saying that peak Dwayne Wade is better than peak.
If I'm thinking about 2009 Dwayne Wade, and I understand how we got in this conversation wrong, but if I'm having a conversation about 2009 Dwayne Wade and it's 2026, and I got Giannis, I got Joker, I got SGA, I got Luka, I got Wemby, I got all of these guys in the league. I'm comfortable saying Dwayne Wade is the best player in the NBA. I'm comfortable saying that. I'm good with that.
I like Dwayne Wade. I'm not as high as Real Talk for sure. But I'm not comfortable saying he'd be the best in the league today. But that doesn't mean he wouldn't be. I'm just not comfortable saying.
What players are you comfortable saying that he's better than?
What in the league right now?
These are all the top players.
Oh, because I was going to start with Quinten Post. I think I'm comfortable saying he's better than everyone who's not in my top 5. So
Mars, really quickly, Mars.
At worst, he'd probably be 6th.
So Mars, what I'm going to ask you, I'm going to run some names down for you, and I'm going to say comfortable or uncomfortable. Okay, Joker, Mars, comfortable or uncomfortable?
That's uncomfortable.
Victor Wembanyama.
That's uncomfortable.
SGA.
That's uncomfortable.
Luka.
I'm leaning a little bit more comfy. It's a little bit more comfy for me.
How about Cade?
Comfortable.
How about Jaylen Brown?
This is every name you say from now is going to, other than Giannis.
Anthony Edwards
from now is going to be comfortable.
Tatum.
Okay.
Every name other than Giannis, you say from now on is going to be comfortable.
So Leonard, KD, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, Jalen Duren, Jalen Johnson, Chet. Okay, and that was the All Pro team this season.
Ooh. Man, let me wait a little bit.
And that was the All Pro team.
The only names that I think the only names I would even entertain Dwayne Wade in a conversation with are the top 5 guys. I wouldn't disrespect him with anyone else. I wouldn't
the top 4. Well, yeah, Giannis is in because Giannis didn't make
it. Luke is a bit like I could make the Luka argument if I had to be on that side. I could make the Luka argument. I think Dwayne Wade was better. Giannis, I could still make the Giannis argument. I could still make the Jokic argument. I can make the Wemby argument. I can make the Shea argument. But that doesn't mean I think they're all better than Dwayne Wade. It's just those are the ones where I think they're all in and around each other personally.
He's better than Shea on both sides of the ball come playoff time. So I'm taking Wade.
He's a better defender than Shea for sure. I don't know if I think he's a better offensive player than Shea, but But if I was making the argument for D Wade,
I
that's
think he-
definitely what I'd be saying.
2009
I'd be saying
Dwayne
he's
Wade,
better
I think
offensive
he
player.
clears Shea as a defender. I don't think he's. I don't
For
think
sure. I agree.
I think he
I agree.
clears him as a defender. Yeah, head and
Yeah,
shoulders.
Shea's never seen those heights defensively,
No.
respectfully.
Mm-mm.
I mean, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
All right,
And
well,
we
take,
clear as a passer.
And offensive.
And we clear as a
He's a way better
playmaker.
passer. Way better passer.
And we clear as a transition player. And your best attribute to many, which other than maybe the bump midi, is your driving ability. Well, too bad you're going up against the second best guard driver ever behind Michael Jordan. I don't know.
Wade gets to the rim
I
with the best of
better
them.
than him with that either. So
Yeah, Wade gets to the rim with the
Who knows?
best of them, Swiper. Yes, he does. He
that
gets
rim.
it
Oh, yeah, I
downhill.
mean, this conversation with him.
Wade's special,
Harden.
man. Wade's special, man.
Yes, he is.
also, Ron, I heard you asking about like the storyline or the narrative, and then
hey, hold up, real talk. We'll
Okay.
say that for a second. We'll get right back to it because real talk. I'm not saying that this is more important than your take, but I'm saying that we could take
No, it
home more money than we would get from your take right here on Splash Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, fix your eyes on the screen, grab your phones, and scan this QR code so you could download the Splash Sports app and have access to the best DFS game in the industry. If you know sports, if you like sports, if you think that you could do better than anybody else in sports, well, this is the platform where you could do it because you will be competing against other fans, other people just like yourselves, except if you think you got top-tier sports knowledge, Splash Sports is where you could cash in. It literally will be you picking 2 to 6 players in whatever sport that they have available. That could be NBA, WNBA, that could be baseball, that could be PGA, whatever the sport may be. It could be MLS, it could be World Cup, whatever the sport may be. It may be hockey. However, all you have to do is pick 2 to 6 players. You pick more or less on their player projections, and if you get more projections correct than the next person, you take home the cash prize. It's real simple and it's real easy. And you know what? When you use code CHOICE, you will get a 100% deposit match up to $50, and you will get a 100% quick picks boost. But you know what? When you use code CHOICE and when you download the Splash Sports app, you will have access to the highest multipliers in the industry. You can make up to 50 times what you put in. You can't do that anywhere else except on Splash Sports. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a couple little gems. I'm going to give you a couple nuggets. I'm going to throw you guys a couple alley-oops. Today, I'm going with 2 rookies, 2 special rookies, 2 generational rookies. The first one, Flau'jae Johnson. I'm going more on her PRA. The second one, I'm going Awa Pham. I'm going more on her PRA because, you know, well, not only is she the number 2 overall pick or number 3 overall pick, she's the best rookie in this class. So I expect her to blow that PRA out the water. I'm going more on her PRA at 19.5, and then give me more on Fly. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take the 3s on Flau'jae. I'm gonna take her to make more than 1.5 threes, and that's how we rocking on Splash Sports today. If you like those picks, make those picks, take those picks, and get some money. If you don't, make some better picks, but ultimately, get your money on Splash Sports. We'll see you guys in the winner's circle. Make sure to use code CHOICE. Real talk, as you were saying?
Oh no. So I think Chill said either Cleveland or Miami because he has like history there. Swiper brought up Denver because all great stories start in Colorado for sure. I would say,
Or I just have inside information that they're having conversations as well. So, you know, shout out to
right. I have inside information that he's going to go to the Wangtan Tigers in Taiwan. as
Swipe,
well.
I actually believe your inside information from a specific team. I do.
Yeah,
Like,
one of us works in the NBA media, and I
Yeah.
definitely have had but shout out.
Right,
for sure.
and you said a lot of stuff out here that didn't happen. So,
Like what? Which
anyways,
part?
Any
Which part?
Uzis,
Which
any
thing?
Uzis, any
Which thing?
Uzis. I'm
No, which thing? Which
Euroing you just like everybody Euros
Made an
15.
accusation.
I'm Euroing you just like
Made an
everybody
accusation.
Euros
I wanna hear what
15.
you think.
Okay, well, let me take my take and then I'll come back to you because you're not that important right now. Okay, so the team
Very
I
important,
think
actually.
Watch that elbow, Phil.
I
Watch that
think-
elbow.
no, this is legit
Team.
right here.
Watch-
This,
watch
this, yeah.
On the
Very important. A lot of motion behind it.
Watch
By
out.
the way, shout out to you.
Okay.
Real talk.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Make
Yeah,
sure.
shout out PC. Shout out
yeah,
PC. Shout out Indy.
Yes.
As you were saying, real talk before you were so
Shout out,
rudely
Indy.
interrupted.
Thank you.
As you were
Thank
saying, real talk before you were so rudely interrupted.
I
sir.
think the obvious choice for a narrative perspective would be San Antonio and closing it out with Wemby. I think that LeBron and his team have tried to curate like this perfect end of career story. However, the problem with LeBron is that he keeps being like really good. So that's kind of held up the storyline ending chill, because I think it was supposed to be LA. But then it's like, oh wait, we're kind of past 2020. We're in 2023 and you're still like a top 10 player in the league. Okay, so we have to keep trying to set up the next story. Yeah, and we keep trying to set up the next story, and the next storybook ending.
Yeah.
And so I think the last one would be potentially the current GOAT per se, chill, winning a championship and passing the baton to maybe the future GOAT in San Antonio with Wemby.
I like that.
I
do like that.
Now I don't know if that's an option, because I do know they just re-signed Champagnie, but just for the storyline of it, San Antonio.
But in addition to the storyline, I mean, I think that at the point forward spot, I do think it works. Like, I think that you get another ball handler. I think you get another playmaker who doesn't have to do much, but can do enough. And I think that you get another guy who can be insulated on defense, because, again, you got Castle, you got Wemby. Like, De'Aaron Fox is a good lead guard defender. So I think you can protect James on defense a lot more than a lot of these other groups. And as far as the storyline, I mean, it does make a lot of sense, considering, you're segueing into the Wemby era. If we're doing that with James, like with the conversation and the narrative be as loud as, well, he needed Wemby to win more than, Wemby needed him to win, or he ended up winning with Wemby, and, he can now go out on top and he can pass the baton to Wemby. I think that does sound, I don't hate that, to be honest with you, real talk. I don't. Excuse me. I don't.
Jay, before y'all won the championship, and you used to come up here, you know what I'm saying, fresh cut, you know what I'm saying, fresh fade and stuff. Y'all don't won the chip. What you just been outside.
Now.
You ain't even worried about all that.
Oh my God.
You ain't even worried about all that.
He getting fat
You
now.
just outside. Y'all
married
the hell. It don't even matter.
Hey,
It
Jay.
don't even matter about all that now.
First of all, I'm taking my picture for my license next week, so I don't want to get a haircut this week.
Okay.
You feel me? And then be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just being patient. Damn, nigga.
Ron, this sound like,
That's a compliment, Jay.
Damn.
No, Ron, this sound like he bagged the chick, and now he ain't got to do much. He getting fat now. He's sitting on the couch.
First is my lighting and the setup, and then it's my haircut. Like,
my dude's straight now. I done bagged homegirl. I ain't got to take her out no more. I ain't got to really do nothing with her now. I ain't got to get fresh no more.
That means you're in a good place, too.
Yeah, I'm straight now. Ain't
y'all
that
crazy?
Ain't that some bullshit? I guess. All right, that's what's up.
All right, we got some super chats, as you guys already know. I appreciate everybody that's in here. We are going to answer every last one of these super chats. We're going to talk a little bit about Summer League hoops, and we're going to talk about some other moves that was made this weekend as well. But starting with the super chats, the first one I have is from G Rail. My man G Rail sent through $20 and said, chill. Kareem in the late 80s was not better than Magic, and he gets praised for winning 6 rings. Shaq won as the number 2, and people count the rings. Why can't we do the same with Bron? And I don't know how Joker is better than Dwayne Wade.
It's funny how I wasn't the only one that kind of immediately thought
Kareem's
that.
not
When he said
good.
that.
Well, that's Jarrell, to answer the first part of your question. No, Jabbar in the late 80s was not better than Magic, but he was with the Lakers for, if I'm not mistaken, the year that they won the NBA championship, he was with the Lakers for 12 years at that point, right? So he was ingrained as a Laker. So it was already established that he was the number, he was now moved down the line. It was Magic and it was James Worthy. So I think with James, it's different off the strength that James at this point in his career was way better than what Jabbar was in 88. He was better than what Malone was in 2003. He was better than what Robert Parrish or Vince Carter, these guys, when they get into their 40s. He was way better than them dudes. So to win the NBA championship, it's gonna have a lot to do with him because he's still gonna be one of those guys. That's why we're still here today talking about where he's going.
Chill, people who dislike him and that are in the media use that against him. Yeah, like you're saying like, oh, him being this good old is like, oh, this is a good thing, which I would agree. But people that are adversaries of LeBron James, which they use that as like well, that means he should be still pulling through at the end of these games now, in the play. Oh, he could still be the best player in this playoff series. So they kind of like use it against him to still penalize him, to talk about his play at 39, sure. 40, you know what I'm saying?
I understand that. I get that. And it says a lot about James at this point in his career, which, I mean, I feel like it compounds, the statement that, he's still really good. And if you're trying to win, you need him, because we wasn't doing that. I think I'm understanding your point. Because one, we wasn't talking about Jabbar playing nowhere else in '88.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he wasn't getting traded to Chicago to go play with Jordan or some shit like that, right? And not just him, but like the older guys in the league. Like, we wasn't talking in '92 like Bird was going to go play with Jordan with the Bulls, right? So no, that wasn't going on. James, even if he is an adversary of the media, I mean, you would have to respect the fact that him playing with somebody younger to help them win the NBA championship, even though it does contribute to the agenda. I mean, you would have to respect the fact that it was something that's a positive. It wouldn't be something that's a bad thing. At least I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, I also just think there's no really like comparison for LeBron in, to be honest, any kind of modern day athlete. I don't think we've ever seen an athlete get this nitpick in sports history. So that's why it's like, for you to be like, oh, Kareem, they didn't do this to Kareem. They don't nitpick Kareem like they do LeBron James. LeBron James came into the league, supposed to be the chosen one, getting compared to MJ early, Kobe early. Like, this is, to me, LeBron James is easily the most scrutinized athlete of my lifetime. Everything he does gets nitpicked.
We wasn't even tripping when, Robert Parrish went to play for the Hornets. Like, most people forgot that. He was 41. Nobody talked about that. We wasn't tripping on that. And Lonzo Mourning was there. Nobody was talking about that. And James, we still talking about James at this advanced age. We still talking about him getting on crews to win it and being one of the catalysts to them winning it. We wasn't doing that with all of these other guys. If we're being honest, in 2003, when Malone got on that Laker team, we wasn't talking about Malone being the difference in them winning, even though it was Kobe and Shaq. If they was winning the NBA championship, it was going to be because of Bryant and Shaq. That was it. It was not going to be because Malone is coming here to average 26 or 27 a game. No, that's not why.
I might be in the minority, though. I think he has to win a championship. But if he does, I think it absolutely boosts LeBron's legacy. I think it's positive for his PR. I think like 15, 20 years from now, kids are going to look back and say, man, LeBron James led a team to a championship at 42 years old. That's why he's definitely the best player ever. Obviously what he did before, that'll all be factored in. But, like, what's more of an icing on the cake than getting a ring on your way out? And doing it with a team that you haven't done it with. Like, let's say he goes to a franchise and wins his fourth ring with another franchise. That sounds insane. And on top of that, too, like, we just seen LeBron against OKC and against the Houston Rockets get busy. I have no reason to believe or to not believe that LeBron James isn't going to get busy in the playoffs next year en route to them winning a championship. Let's say if he goes to Philly, or let's say if he goes to Golden State. Like, yeah, it'll be a little different. And yeah, you'll have the people saying, oh, he was ring chasing. But all of that will go out the window in about 5 years.
Ron,
nobody's going to be talking about him ring chasing.
They will not, Ron. They will not just forget that this happened. No, man. Because remember who these fans are. Like, these are the same fans who hated him years ago. And the fact that now he wins, like, they're going to hate him even more, and they're going to talk about him even more.
Sure, they hate him.
And what's going to ultimately happen, Ron, is that's going to spill over to the next generation of fans. Like, the people who love Jordan, these are the same people who, now that they hear the rhetoric about Jordan, they're not so convinced anymore. You know, there are people who are like, you might be right that, he did have a bomb squad in 96. And wait a minute, he did play with some really good players. And as opposed to it just being Jordan, like these are the people who got their minds changed because of that. So, and they got their minds changed because of people who like gave them the evidence that, this was going on when he was playing. These are the same people that when James is here, that are adversaries of James, that'll keep pushing the propaganda. Well, he played for this team, and he played for this team, he played for this team and this team. And
so what I did with every team, except for the first iteration of the Cavs.
I won.
And I went to a finals in my third year at what, 21, 22?
22 years old.
So everywhere I've won. So y'all, like people can say what they want to. I went to the Heat. I won 2 out of 4. I went back to the Cavs. I brought my first championship back to the city of Cleveland. I went to the Lakers. I won a ring with the Lakers. And now let's say he does go to the Nuggets. Let's say he goes back to the Heat. Let's say he goes to the Knicks. Wherever. It doesn't. Let's say he goes to OKC. I'm going to make it the worst situation it could possibly be. Let's say he goes to OKC. I still went to OKC and I still won. Everywhere I went, I won. And I produced everywhere I went. So, like, once again, I might be in the minority, but I think wherever he goes, as long as he wins, it is a boost to his legacy.
I mean, winning never not helps. So, I mean.
It all depends on who's the person spinning the narrative, right? Like, I think if you love LeBron, you're going to say it's his 5th ring. He won again. But if you hate LeBron, it's just going to be another knock. And that's why it's so hard to, like, pick where he goes is going to be the best for his legacy because it's just based on how you want to spin it, right? Like, his legacy to me is unaffected by a 5th ring at this stage. I think he's done all he needs to do already. Like, this is just extra credit, right? Like, he's getting 105 on the test. He already has 100. He already did everything he could possibly do. There's nothing more LeBron could do for me to change my mind on LeBron. Like, this is it, right? But if I know people personally that's going to say, oh, well, LeBron if he goes to Brooklyn and wins the championship, oh, well, he wasn't that impactful. It just depends on how you feel about LeBron James. So to me, I'm indifferent on where he goes to impact his legacy.
But we already know we already know the kind of, rhetoric that's on him right now. So, I mean, if he wins a 5th one, okay, now that's one step closer to Jordan, which like 6 rings never really mattered to me, but that's now one step closer to Jordan. So does he quit? Does he come back in another year? And does he try to get to number 6? Like, then we got to deal with that logic. And then on top of that, well, he had to get on this young team with Wemby, and he had to get on this young team with Stephon Castle in order to win. He couldn't do it by himself, which still is the logic today, when in reality, the dude should have been done with this kind of narrative years ago. I'm 40 plus years old. Again, I can't reiterate this enough, real talk. We was not saying this about any other older player years ago. We weren't. In fact, what we were doing was we were talking about how they were old, like they were over, and we need to get younger. That's what we were doing. We weren't talking about Jabbar being 42 years old and, Jabbar, you got to win us another championship. We wasn't talking about Robert Parrish getting on that Bulls team and he's going to be the difference at 42 years old, 43 years old. We wasn't doing that with Vince Carter. We wasn't doing that with none of these dudes, but we are doing it with James because he's still that viable and arguably still a top 10 player in the game. I think that where we are with him today, I just think it's remarkable, and I don't think that I'm going to see something like this again.
I'm not going to argue the arguably top 10. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's arguably top 10 at all right now.
Was he arguably top 10 in the playoffs?
If y'all want to keep having that, sure, but he's not a top 10 player.
I feel like I'm like the only person who watched the Lakers play in the playoffs. But I mean, salute to Bron, man.
Let me ask you this: are there 15 players in the game better than James today?
He's in my 15.
Are we gonna do the thing that we only do for LeBron, and we say if we just minimize the sample size as small as possible, and we get the best version of LeBron for a playoff run or a playoff series? Because anytime you bring up
what you do with Joel Embiid.
Yeah, exactly. So is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna do. We get the best version of LeBron just for a playoffs, and then we can say he's top 10.
Because we can't do that, Mars.
From October to April as well.
That matters. What you do in the regular season and what you do all the way up, not just up to the playoffs, but through the playoffs, also matters. So the fact that you missed the middle of February, or you missed from the beginning of February until the first week of March, that matters. It matters that when you in the beginning of January. From the beginning of January to the middle of January, you stunk. Like when Steph Curry has that slump in January. We all know it's coming, right? We all know that slump is coming, and it's yes. And you a Curry fan. You a Curry fan. I don't know how you don't know this. It's
Excuse
every
me?
January.
There's no slump, right? It's just
in his mind, Steph's never had a slump.
Yeah,
He just chose to miss. Yeah,
I
Steph just chose
apologize.
to miss.
I apologize. But yes, Moss, to answer your question, yes, that does matter in the beginning of the season, that first month when Luka was averaging like 36 a game and he was awesome. But then we had that stretch where he couldn't really make shots. Even though he was still averaging 30 a game, he couldn't really make shots. A lot of that stuff was coming from the free throw line. A lot of that stuff was coming from layups, and it was extra stuff. So yes, 100%, Mars, that stuff matters. But if we're talking about
is LeBron better than Jalen Brunson, Chill?
Today, no.
Is he better than Donovan Mitchell to you?
No.
Is he better than Tyrese Halliburton?
I haven't seen Tyrese Halliburton all year. But to be honest with you, no.
Is he better than Jaylen Brown?
No.
Is he better than Jalen Johnson?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so sure KD's worse than him, but well, cool. I guess.
Is he better than Scotty Barnes?
I'm not a huge Scotty Barnes fan, but no. No.
He's not.
I'm trying to think of guys like around the 15-ish.
Like Cat. Like guys like Cat.
Yeah, is he better than Cat?
I think he got a better skill set than Cat. I do. I think he's more skilled than Cat. But in today's game, as a player, am I taking James or am I taking Cat? I'm taking Cat over James today. Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's
I got Brown over Cat and Scotty, by the way. But
hey.
Of course you do, yeah.
Why though, Ron? I mean, Ron, and again, we're not talking about LeBron James from 2-3. We're talking about 41-year-old James. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the James who still is the best transition
if it's
player.
close, just give Bron the benefit of the doubt. It's Bron. I mean,
but my thing though, to like answer that question straight up, Chill. And Scotty was getting busy in the playoffs. Cat obviously got busy in the playoffs. I just don't know if I dropped them on the Lakers team, which obviously you could say roster construction and all of that. Whatever. I don't know if they make it out of that Rocket series with Scotty Barnes on the team instead of Bron. And Luka and Austin Reeves both injured. Luka and Austin Reeves both injured.
Scotty for sure can get out that series.
And also too, Ron.
I don't know.
Troy Barnes might be like the closest approximation in terms of
exactly. He could definitely.
You just make him do what LeBron did. Yeah. You just make him do what LeBron did.
He can't score the way Bron scores though.
But
and this is the thing. I feel like I'm the only person who watched Bron in the playoffs. Like, I'm sorry, Scotty Barnes can score in transition and then struggle to score in the half court. He can do that because that's what he does.
Yeah, I don't know.
James is arguably the best transition player in the game today. So I mean, a lot of the stuff
not even close.
Giannis.
I mean, I would love for you to make the argument he's a better transition player than Giannis, but I mean, sure, I guess.
I mean, he did lead the league in transition points. No
Jalen Johnson is better. You can use that for Jalen.
I think Jalen Johnson is a better athlete, no doubt about that. But I mean, he did lead the league in transition points, right? And I think you guys can fact check me on this. I think he got fouled the most in transition. Because Giannis didn't play. And if we're converting this stuff,
volume. Oh my god!
If we're converting this stuff into points, I mean, I like to think that stuff matters. Now, I'm not going to talk about just being an athlete because I think Jalen Brown, I think Jalen Johnson, I think Giannis, I think Pascal Siakam. I mean, those are just to name a few. I mean, I think that they're better athletes, and I think that we can definitely sit here and have a conversation about those guys being better transition players. But the fact that James, the way he finished in transition, the way he scored in transition as a transition player, I ain't even talking about his ability to pass and get other guys involved in transition, but just his ability as an up and down guy, getting to the rim and scoring at the basket. I mean, I don't know if it was that many guys better than him this season that just passed.
Oh, that many, yeah, sure. Giannis.
Did I use the word? Did I say he was the best? I meant to say arguably.
You said, I mean, I still don't know.
I just saw you said one of the best.
I don't know. He said arguably the best. I don't agree with any argument that would say Bron was better in transition than Giannis. But once again, I'm not here to nitpick. It is what it is. He's up there. He's
but
one
that's
of the best.
and I think that's usually what I feel like when we talking about stuff like that. That's what we're doing. I mean, because I won't argue that Giannis is superior to James today as an athlete. I don't think that's even a question. I think that
last year for the filtered out show for 3 possessions per game, LeBron was averaging 1.31 or 1.29 points per possession, which had been 4th on this list of at least 3 transition attempts a game. Franz was first at 1.38, Kawhi 1.32.
Who was first?
Lauri Markkanen. Franz Wagner.
Christian Brown. Oh, I thought you said Christian Brown.
No, sorry. Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Christian didn't have a good transition year. Tyrese Maxey 1.28 on same volume as LeBron. Giannis 6.3 possessions, 1.27, which is Shaedon Sharp 1.26. Morris, your guy, 4 possessions a game. Nikhil, funny enough, 1.26, and then Victor Wembanyama 1.25, obviously for obvious reason. Trey Murphy 1.25. Cooper Flagg was elite 1.23. Matas Buzelis, your guy, Jalen Johnson, chill. My guy, Iota Somu. Anthony Black, I guess my guy. Like they're LeBron definitely was one of them for sure, but it just depends on some of the volume and stuff like that.
Giannis averaged 8 points per game in transition. It was number 1 in the league. And if you want to say, well, games played, if you want to say, well, games played, then Tyrese Maxey averaged more points than LeBron and he played 10 more games than him. So now
let me clarify my statement.
He is one of them.
So James at one point during the season, and this isn't early in the season, I think we were halfway through the season. James was leading the league in transition points. That was going on with LeBron James, and he is, in my estimation, watching him even at this stage of his career, he is arguably one of the best transition players in the game.
Oh, he's still one of the best.
Yes, sure. Still one of the best transition players in the game.
LeBron did not lead in total points. It was Tyrese Maxey, to the person in the chat who said it. So no, there's no points measurement that Bron led the league in transition. It just doesn't exist. Even in the playoffs, you can't even get that one because it wasn't in the playoffs. So Scottie Barnes actually averaged more in transition than LeBron did.
Yeah, man. I don't know if Scottie Barnes or Karl Anthony Towns wouldn't make it out that first round. I'm skeptical.
Bro, you act like the Rockets are some
real talk
litmus test.
Yeah, everybody's saying this in hindsight. Nobody picked the Lakers. I think
Kevin Durant didn't play.
No. I did. I picked
Kevin
Houston.
Durant didn't play.
I 1,000,000% picked.
Yeah, multiple people picked the Lakers.
I picked Houston.
But a lot of people, the majority picked Houston.
I picked Houston before the series because I thought Kevin Durant was playing.
But
Kevin Durant didn't play.
Okay, Kevin Durant didn't play. You're right. Luka or Austin Reeves didn't play either.
Also,
but you're saying put Scottie Barnes on that team.
Yeah, Scottie Barnes, Luke Kennard, Jake LaRavia, DeAndre Ayton, and Rui.
Well, to be fair, Rui and Luke.
I mean, Marcus Smart was their second best player.
Yeah, Ayton was going wild. Smart was going wild. And to be fair, them over there, Alperen Sengun was stinking. Amen was limited. Reed was not doing anything. I mean, they just ran into like the perfect situation.
Stinky. Yeah. I believe the term.
I think Bron was good against the Rockets, man. I think he was good. I think people overstate how good he was, but I think he was good against the Rockets. He's a good player.
Do you think DeAndre Ayton outplayed Sengun in that series?
I mean, if you just isolate their performance, I would probably still say Sengun was better. But relative to their expectations or their standards, Ayton was probably better. Because DeAndre Ayton was actually playing defense that series. It was nice. Shout out to DeAndre Ayton.
Was he playing defense or he's playing against Alfred Sengun?
He was playing defense against Alfred Sengun. So you could say, I mean, it makes his life easier for sure. Okay. But guarding bums can get you good defensive reputation. So
I can get some stops on Alfred.
He was a glass cleaner that series.
I would hope.
I remember
Ron can too, probably. Ron could probably get a couple stops on Alfred.
Oh, I would hope. It's Alfred Sengun. That's what he's Bron's better than him.
Bron is better than Alfred Sengun. I agree.
There we go. Yeah, I agree. That's a two-time.
Bron be the best player on that Rockets team.
Because
You fight that, Ron?
Or you about to just say some nonsense?
You fight that, Ron?
No, I'm still taking Bron in the playoffs setting over KD.
Give me the
We
Ron.
can like dribble. We can dribble and pass. You know,
Yeah, you got it.
stuff that's kind of like important. Yeah.
All right, y'all. I got another super chat. $20 from Why Is He Lying? Why Is He Lying said, we all taking Steph over Magic, right? Magic a better passer and rebounder, but that's it. Can't say he was a better defender because he wasn't shit on defense and the spacing was minimal, so it was really easier to defend then.
Steph is a great rebounder for his size, by the way. I just want to put that out there. Like, I don't like that people say Steph is not. He's a tremendous rebounder for his size. At 6'2", snagging 5 boards a night, it's tremendous.
He's still not better than Magic, so you know. I mean, I guess, but
he's clear.
You could definitely say Magic.
You don't even believe that, Mars.
I rebounded.
I don't know what Steph.
I thought you meant in general.
Yeah, exactly. What are you talking
I
about?
thought you meant in general. My bad.
Well, damn.
I'm just saying for his size, he's a tremendous rebounder. I don't like that.
Yeah, he's cool. He knew Russell Westbrook. But cool.
I mean, the Magic was 6'9". I would expect that they're gonna come down with 8 of them things, like at least. Like, come on.
And he did.
DeAndre 8 and 7 foot, and we complain about him rebounding all the time. So size is not.
I'm not gonna lie. DeAndre Ayton's rebounding is one of my lowest tier of complaints. He just sucks. I don't argue that he don't get rebounds. He averages
he
like
kind of rebound. Yeah,
there's plenty of people who complain about his ability to rebound. So
relative to size too, is that's all I'm saying. Relative to size, Steph is.
Steph Curry 6'3", and I think he almost averaged a triple double in. I think he averaged
in the
almost
finals in 2017. Yeah, he averaged 27, 9, and 8. I think.
Yeah, he got busy in that series. I want to
say. I think Magic has.
It was actually 26 in the finals. Yes, he did.
He's a very good rebounder for his size. Absolutely,
very good.
Yeah, he's cool.
So.
But to that super chat, you guys are saying it was minimal space, and so it should have been easier for Magic to defend. Well, if that's the case, then it was easier to defend him then, especially if he couldn't shoot.
Yeah, which isn't true, by the way.
Wasn't that the case then?
Yeah, which isn't true.
They understood that though, Ron.
It's easier
that's
to
why
stop
he
Magic
stayed
from
in
scoring
transition
than Steph Curry. Yeah, it's easier to stop Magic from scoring than Steph Curry. Steph is a better scorer than Magic Johnson.
With that being said, though, real talk. Stop being nasty and acting like Magic didn't score in the half court like settings and stuff like that.
Bro, he didn't just baby hook and stuff.
He did not just score in transition. Real talk. Do not get my blood pressure up in here.
I didn't say that.
I mean, Magic averaged about what 18 to 20, depending on the year. 18 to 20. About 8 of them were in transition.
Okay, so and he was like what? I think he was like 89 to 90% at the stripe. So there's another 4 points.
Free throw shooter.
He got to the line about 7 times, made about 6.
So that's another 6 points.
That's 14 of his 18.
I was really only getting like 3 or 4 buckets.
And then you throw in a baby hook
and some of those fouls were drawn in transition.
So,
I mean, yeah.
Right now,
of Magic's 18 to 20 points, I would assume on a combination of made shots and free throws, about 9 to 12 were in transition.
So 9 to 12 of his points was in transition. Then the other,
I would assume.
I mean, if you look at the box score, sure. If you look at the box score, sure. And the Lakers were one of the, if not the best transition team in the league. But the game did slow down, and we do have to get buckets in the half court.
Yeah, and that's when he gave the ball to Kareem.
Okay, but however,
and James Worthy, don't forget James Worthy.
However, Magic was not a tween guy, but Magic could get to the rim with the best of them. Magic could get by smaller guards, and he could finish in the lane when the game had slowed down. And not just post up smaller guards. When the ball got swung, when the ball went into Jabbar, and then it came back out to Byron Scott, who ended up swinging it back over to Magic, who was matched up against whatever guard that was, whether it was not Michael Cooper, I'm sorry, whatever guard that was, whether it was Dennis Johnson or Michael Ray Richardson or whoever was standing in front of him, Isaiah Thomas. He could get downhill and get past those guys and get to the rim in the half court when the game slowed down. Now, my best attribute, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to disregard my best attribute, just like you dudes are not going to disregard Steph Curry's best attribute. The fact that he cracks the long ball, which I think he does shoot the long ball better than Magic. In fact, he shoots the long ball better than anybody in the history of the long ball line. I mean, I don't think that's news. No question about it. But when we get to what it actually is to be a lead guard and do the things that lead guards do when it matters the most, Magic Johnson clears Steph Curry.
So we penalize Steph for playing in a different era where it's the definition of league.
No, actually, that's what you're doing. You're doing that with Magic. That's why you're saying that Magic.
I didn't say
that
anything
Curry,
about Magic.
that's why you're saying that Curry clears him.
Just
I didn't say not one bad
No,
thing
I
about
did
Magic.
not.
Well, first of all, wait. We're gonna let you define what you just said, because a lot of stuff happens up here where we say words and then we just go over that like everybody. So you said I'm gonna requote what you said, okay? But I'm gonna quote Chill to Chill. You said he's a better lead guard in the times that matter when it matters the most. He's a better lead guard.
I said he clears.
When it comes to being a lead guard in the times that matter the most, Magic Johnson clears Steph Curry.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That means as a decision maker, that means as a ball handler, that means as a bucket getter, that means as a ball handler, as a bucket getter, that means as a distributor, that means as a playmaker when it matters the most.
You think Magic Johnson has a better handle than Steph Curry?
No, I think Curry nicer with the pill than Magic is. Yes, I think he does more than Magic with the pill. I'm not going to argue that point.
It looks better, or it is better.
Wrong.
Because here's what I'm saying. Though it's two different type of handles. Hey, if we're talking about because here's what I'm saying. Because here's also the thing. Keep in mind, Magic was 6'9". So I couldn't play with the ball the way I'm not under people the way that you are. Steph is literally when he steps on the court, he's more. Hold on. Y'all don't even know what I'm about to say. Chill. I know Lamar. First off, Lamar Odom's not Magic Johnson.
He's nicer than Magic with the pill.
He's not. But see, here's the thing though. Here's the thing with Magic. It wasn't just all with the dribble. It was how Magic could come and step through people, wrap the ball around his back, things like that, the way he'll move and position the ball. And I know that might not necessarily be considered handle, but I'm talking about his ability to get downhill through traffic, protect the ball, get through gaps, make passes and stuff like that. It isn't necessarily dribbling, but it's handle. Magic was splitting people. Magic was getting around people. Magic was a wizard with the basketball. What?
Look,
I can concede that Steph has a better handle, but Steph isn't a wizard. He isn't a wizard with the ball like Magic. Magic is absolutely better with the basketball than Steph Curry is.
He's
absolutely.
Absolutely. So how about this? Miles? Maybe this might make you feel better. Real talk. Steph Curry is nicer as a dribbler than Magic Johnson, but an overall ball handler was what Ron is selling.
Give me Magic.
Magic is a better.
Give me Magic.
No.
That's what he's
give me Magic.
As a dribbler,
is Magic a better ball handler than Kyrie? By the same argument.
If we're talking about wizardry,
oh my god,
like just the ability to like.
Ron out here talking about Harry Potter. I mean,
y'all know what I'm talking about. Hey, if we're talking about being magical with the ball, if we're talking about sorcery with the basketball, yes.
You laughing at yourself. You bullshit.
Do y'all act? You can run the poll. Damn that poll. I don't care what that poll talking about. We have never seen anybody in the NBA do the things that Magic Johnson did. There's never been a carbon copy of Jordan. There's been a carbon copy of different versions of bigs.
Carbon copy of Magic.
I've never seen Ben Simmons.
We've never seen LeBron. Stop. Ben Simmons was closer to LeBron. Ben Simmons was closer to LeBron than he was to Magic Johnson. Ben Simmons was nowhere near Magic Johnson. Nowhere near
he wasn't
Magic.
Close to LeBron. No, he was closer to Magic.
So that's the point I'm making. He's nowhere near Magic. Nowhere.
But you just said there's not been a facsimile of Magic Johnson, and I just brought up two.
There has not. Who's the second? You said Ben Simmons, which
LeBron and Ben Simmons.
Because Bron is basically a better version. Because Bron is a better version. He's a bigger, stronger, faster version of Magic.
Bron doesn't like Magic either.
He's everything. In fact, he's the evolution of Magic. If we're being honest, that's exactly what he is. He's the bigger, faster, stronger version of Magic.
Yeah, Bron and Ben Simmons are 6'9" and can pass, and they're athletic and they slash.
The fuck are you doing?
And
Look, we were having a conversation and it was working, and now you start this shit.
You know what?
What shit did I? I'm not. Yo, I'm not.
Ben Simmons was just mentioned in Magic. He's never should have been in any Magic.
Okay, and that's the point that I'm making.
No,
LeBron can't pick. So what? So what? Time out. So what's Bron's best attribute?
passing, maybe.
What's his best attribute? Because if I say no, but hold on. If I say LeBron can defend, is that defense? Is that am I being offensive too?
Yeah.
If I would have said LeBron can defend, all right. What if I said LeBron can score?
Yes.
All right. What if I would have said LeBron can rebound?
Yeah.
So just check me out. So just check me out right quick. LeBron is great at everything. So when I say he can do something, I'm giving him a compliment. I'm not necessarily. I wasn't saying that
was not.
Okay, I understand that. That's why I'm re-clarifying it. That's why I get it. That's why I'm re-clarifying it. No, that's why I'm re-clarifying it. I'm not saying he can pass like, oh, he's an all right passer. No, I'm saying like LeBron can do everything.
But Ben Simmons is a great passer, though.
Yes, but he's not close to a Magic level.
But why?
Point guard. What do you mean? But why? Because he's not Magic.
No, but what is it about his passing?
Because Magic. Ben Simmons threw a couple no-look passes, and
we should probably leave Ben Simmons out.
Yeah, like he threw a couple no-look passes, and he threaded the needle a couple times. Magic literally
broke
the game with his passing.
Of Magic, and Ben Simmons is literally a very close replica of Magic Johnson. So, matter of fact, he's a much better defender.
Chrysler 300.
And then on top of that, Ben Simmons is easily one of the best ball-handling transition players we've ever had in the league.
Chrysler 300
back injury.
Bentley.
Shout out to Ron for.
And then okay, let's do this.
I would have liked to have seen Ben Simmons playing.
Chrysler 300,
Shout out to Ron.
Bentley, and then LeBron, Bugatti.
LeBron. I'm not like LeBron. LeBron is a better basketball player than Magic. Like,
he's also a better.
He's not a better point guard than Magic Johnson. He's not better at passing than Magic Johnson. He's not better at creating for his teammates than Magic Johnson.
To be fair, I also saw LeBron transition to that role for a full season.
And he wasn't better than Magic Johnson.
And he was elite at it. I've also
seen he was amazing.
But to be fair, like you're saying, like from a body type standpoint is what you're looking for, and a play skill standpoint, because there are plenty of players that are very close to what Magic was as a rebounder, scorer, and passer that were big players. There are a lot of those players. Not like, I'm not saying like a lot as in, tens of them, but there are a good many of them that have played in the league at one point in time. I think Ben Simmons absolutely was one of them. Now, we don't agree Ben Simmons was like the close to the player, but Ben Simmons, if he didn't get that back injury, we might be having a different conversation about it. He was legitimately a great player. And I'm not glazing Ben either. I'm just giving him the flowers for what he was, Ron. That's what I'm saying. He was an 18 and 8 player, an all NBA with an all defense player.
Mm-hmm.
He was spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
He was good.
Yeah, I just think all in all, you guys are underselling Magic's handle. You're underselling Magic's passing ability. You're underselling
the ball up the court with his back turned.
It's called a crab dribble, nigga. That's what it's called. You do that when you're a bigger basketball player. So smaller basketball players don't take the ball from you. It's actually
a crab dribble is one dribble. Come on, Ron.
A crab dribble is one dribble. What?
A crab dribble is when you do the one back up to retreat and then you square your hips.
That's not a crab dribble. That's not a crab dribble.
That's not what I got told was a crab dribble. That's what I got told was a crab
dribble. All right. Well,
what Magic was doing was goddamn.
That's a retreat. That's a retreat dribble
with his back turned to.
That's a crab dribble
the whole time.
That's a crab dribble.
Posting up.
It's a crab dribble.
That's not true.
That is.
I got the crab dribble.
By the way, if you guys actually pay attention and if you were watching playoff basketball this whole time, everybody crab dribbles because you have to when you're getting swarmed at full court. Look at every, especially with Luka Doncic crab dribbles all game, and y'all just because he can shoot a step back three, nobody is saying anything. Hey.
He does it a lot.
Newsflash, when you are 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", and you're a ball handler, you have to crab dribble. Otherwise, somebody will literally take the ball from you. And on top of that, when your team is running an offense and you have to wait for the offense to develop, you have to use your body by putting your body between the ball so somebody won't come in. Okay, and so Magic,
while you're waiting for a play to develop. Absolutely.
Okay, and so Magic as a point guard was waiting for Kareem to get to the block, or waiting for James Worthy to get to his spots, or waiting for the offense to develop so he can insert the ball. He crab dribbled a lot, but that's not a knock to Magic.
Let's stick with these other guards. That yes, obviously when you're playing a lot of ball pressure and you're that tall, it does make sense. Even if you're not that tall,
Kyrie crab dribbles a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
All these other players that you're bringing up, okay, they don't crab dribble the entire possession, Ron. Kyrie then, once he does get past half, or once we do get to a point, now I'm binging you up. Same with Luka, same with Cade. So when did Magic unturn his back, Ron, and face a defender in front of him and say, bing, 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 I'm by you to the basket? Or was it just, I'm going to continue to post you up and get to the elbow?
He did that with Kevin Johnson. He did that with Dennis Johnson. He did that with Fat Lever, who was 6'3". He did that with, he did that with John Stockton. He did that with all of those guys where he was throwing the ball between his legs to get to the rim. He did that with Tim Hardaway. He did that with Isaiah Thomas. I mean, I can keep going with guys where he was blowing by them, not just backing them down. No, he was getting to the rim with these guys when they were facing him, because I'm not going to be able to do that because I got the weak side help coming that was going to rip me because I can't see that guy, even though I can see everybody on the floor, which would explain why he was making passes that were worldly. With that also being said, I do have to face up to a guy and get by him with the dribble with both my strong and my weak hand. And why is he lying? Who sent this super chat? You for sending this, by the way. I want to put that out there. You for sending this super chat, because this is some bullshit right here. Having to talk about Steph Curry.
Magic
he's probably one of these young dudes.
Ups into drives.
What's wrong with that though?
I gotta do
I'm
this.
not saying,
and we also, but real talk though, we also know, like, I love this conversation. I love talking about all-time greats, talking about how they are
all-time greats too. But Magic and Curry are not the same. Magic and Curry are not.
They're always going to be compared. They play the same position. They're the two best players.
Magic is a better lead guard than Curry.
Period. Okay, but they just have different responsibilities, right? Too, but they play the same position, so we have to compare them. Just like we compare.
Why is Curry better than Magic? Why?
Because
he's the greatest shooter of all time.
He's a better scorer than Magic. That's a whole. He's a better scorer.
Way better scorer.
He's a better scorer than Magic.
He's a way better scorer.
Yes,
way better scorer.
Way better scorer.
No, because here's I don't know about what, because here real talk and Morris tried to be nasty and say, 18 points, 8 of them in transition, 6 free throws, this, that, and the third. When 18 points, there was a couple seasons where Magic averaged 18. There was a couple seasons where he averaged 17. Also, there was 3 MVP seasons where he averaged 22 and 23. Now, here's the thing. But here's the thing. Well, yes, obviously. But I'm saying, though, like, once again, when you break down the dynamic of things, Chill, do you remember when scoring 20 points was actually like a feat? You remember when scoring 20 points was actually legit? Nowadays,
Kevin Martin.
Nowadays, everybody averages 20. There's 40 people.
Like Kevin Martin.
There's 40 people in the league that average 20.
Yes, because the league is better.
Steven Jackson too. Yeah.
It's not even about the point. It's not about the points. Ron, Magic Johnson isn't a better scorer than Steve Nash. Let's keep him out of top 5 arguably scorers of all time.
Don't bring your ass back up here. Do not come back on the. You are officially banned from talking basketball with me. He's not a better scorer than Steve Nash.
No, but
you niggas are out of your mind. Y'all are out of your mind.
Right, but Ron, to be fair, we have gone over this for Steve Nash, and I remember I specifically went over all of Steve Nash's high volume scoring runs in those playoff series too. Like
he's got high volume scoring runs too.
No, I know, but like Steve Nash was when he actually would take those. I mean, again, when he actually did it, which has happened in the playoff more often than not, he was a terrific scorer. And
so why don't we do this? So why don't we do this with Magic when he had to?
No,
when Kareem got older, when he was winning.
That Magic was a good scorer, but he wasn't. He didn't have the jump shot Steve Nash is one of the best jump shooters we've ever had. That just wasn't Magic's game. As the athleticism waned for Magic, he was a good jump shooter, but he wasn't Steve. And
that
Magic
doesn't make you a better scorer than me because you had a better jump shot than me.
But Steve can get to the rim too.
Steve was a terrific driver.
He can finish around the rim.
Magic. It was a really good fit. I'm giving that to Magic.
Keep going.
I'm saying Magic was a great transition player, as you have mentioned. He was a really good paint scorer. But we have seen multiple series where Magic wasn't able to score at a high level. Now, depends on the injuries around him, the coverages he was seeing, the lack of shooting around him. I mean, there's multiple factors. But Magic also simply just didn't have a legitimately great jump shot to get into. And to your point, which is why Ron was cooking, when you're talking about the size thing, could Ron, Steve Nash is 6'2". When he dribbles the basketball,
there's
like or 6'4", 6'1", whatever his real height is. Yeah, whatever his real height is, right? I'm saying Steve Nash, that his ball handling opened up so many opportunities.
Nash was nice as hell with the pill. Yes, he was.
And chill, it's also what it was. It's like I'm hella efficient. I can hit every shot, and you can't guard me, especially if I get a screen. I'm all over the place. You can't keep up with me. Yeah. So I think some of this, he was just an elite shooter. And so I'm saying, I can make a very good argument. But I said this about CP3. I think CP3 is one of the best guard scorers we've ever seen. He just didn't do it in the regular season a lot. But when he went to the playoffs,
CP3 is also a better scorer than Magic Johnson. The point is that we keep trying to have this Magic Johnson, Steph Curry scoring debate when there are other just point guards that are better scorers than Magic Johnson. Steph Curry is in one of the greatest scorers ever, regardless of position conversations. So respectfully, Magic isn't even – Magic is trying to be a top 5 PG scorer of all time. These are two different levels of scoring.
Real talk. I agree.
Ron?
Yes. I agree that Steve Nash aside, I agree that some of these other guys are better scorers. I'm not comparing Magic to them as a scorer. I'm merely saying that you guys are just like you're underselling Magic's handle and his ability to manipulate defenses and stuff like that. You're also underselling his scoring heavily.
I think you are underselling
and then you guys are just trying to say it's just transition.
It's just not close. It's not close. It's not comparable.
And I think that the biggest problem that we have, and it's compared to today, like you said, like Jay just talked about the guys averaging 20. Jay, would it blow your mind that today's game, there's only 4 more guys averaging 20 a game than in 1985? That's it. There's only 4 more. And Magic,
it's not about the points per
okay,
game.
this is what we brought up. This is what we brought up. Okay, so let's stay off the points. Let's just talk about sheer skill, and let's talk about me having to score. Like, let's talk about me having to get to the bucket. Let's talk about me having to get to the rim. Let's talk about me having to knock down an open shot. I don't have to look for Jabal. I don't have to look for James Worthy. I am strictly out here for my offense and for me to get buckets. I'm doing that, and I'm doing it in a game today where the game is way more open. We're mismatching. We're mismatch hunting. We're going after big guys. The game is a lot more open, which means that my transition game is going to be superior to what it was in 1987. It's going to be way better than what it was in 1985 because I'm a lot smarter.
6'9" point guard in 85.
What? He was a 6'9".
He was already the mismatch.
Okay, exactly. And guess what I'm doing today? So guess what I'm doing today? As the mismatch.
Today actually may be more equipped to guard Magic Johnson.
No, see, that's the thing. You think something. See, that's what you think. That's because we have mismatches. So guess what I'm doing? I'm getting DeAndre Unton. I'm getting DeAndre Ayton in the action. I'm getting Mitchell Robinson in the action.
We just go under.
Wait, is Magic shooting what? Pull up threes from out of drop
or what are we talking about? Because I just want to make sure that we clear real talk, because I and Ops actually sat down and watched Magic in transition and watch Magic shoot, stop and pop.
You talking about them two loads?
We did see that. So with us seeing that, and you're the same one who talks about somebody's form when Luka shoots back here. That shit is cash though. 100% cash. And now we got a guy who, to your point, 6'9", reading the defense. And to your point, Mars, if we're going underneath the screen, he's knocking down a 19-footer. He's knocking down that 20-footer. because he's
Where
shown
we
that he can
setting the
shoot.
screen at the free throw line?
Where are we setting the screen? And if you are going to go under, what you're doing, Mars, is now you're giving him more room to operate if you're going under that screen, and that's not good for you defensively.
You put the
Not
best
at all.
wing defenders on Magic Johnson in today's game.
So put a Ben Thompson on Magic Johnson. Knock yourself out. I can promise you.
The man gonna get his ass.
But yeah, like I was saying, all I said was they're not forcing switches. That's all I said. They're just gonna stay. The best way for Magic to force switches would be using him as a screener, not as a ball handler. If you use Magic as a screener, then you can force switches, get him in the post. But using Magic as a ball handler in today's game, they're just gonna go under. The best wing defenders are not gonna switch. There's just no reason for them to switch.
I don't think you give Magic
the reason you
enough
switch
credit.
is because guys are threats to make the pull-up jump shot,
Sure.
which means you can't go under the screen. And if you fight over the top, now they're getting downhill. You don't have to fight over the top of Magic Johnson, so you're gonna go under, which means you're not gonna force the switches. So the best way for Magic to be a switch to get onto Magic would be to use Magic as a screener, so that either the person coming off the screen can be that threat and allow him to get the ball in the pocket, or you switch and now you get a smaller Magic. You can go in the post and do what he does. Using him as a ball handler is not going to force switches. It's just
That's
not at a high level.
the reason why it is gonna force switches, because number one, we're gonna have a better screener for Magic. That's number one. Number two, when he does come off those screens, the reason why you're not switching, Mark, the reason why you're not switching and you're going under the screen, because I'm not knocking down jump shots. He's actually going to make that shot coming off the screen. And now, when I get a better screener, you are going to have to switch, especially when we got
screens on LeBron James.
And how's that working?
I'm not saying it works. I'm saying when you're on a bigger threat. See, this is why you just got to understand how defense.
I know what you're talking about, Mars.
There's two options. There's two options. Go over, Magic gets downhill, or we make Magic a jump shooter.
It sounds like he's an offensive nightmare when you're doing that.
Yeah, which one would defense
like.
is rather? Magic being a jump shooter or Magic getting in the paint?
Probably him being a jump
Sky
shooter,
blue,
sure.
grass green.
But there's no way that there's no way that we're gonna have space. There's no way that we're gonna have spaces where I'm not saying that we're forcing the switch every screen, every trip, like what's going on with some of these teams where we're running ghost screens and we're getting switches. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying, however, is with Magic, we are going to get some switches. We are going to hunt big guys. We're going to hunt Brook Lopez, even Brook Lopez, younger Brook Lopez. We are going to go after Brook Lopez. We're going to go after DeAndre Ayton. We're going to go after Al Horford. Yes, we are going to go after these guys. And the reason why we're going to go after them because Magic poses such a threat as a jump shooter and as a downhill guy. In addition to him posing a threat as a jump shooter and as a downhill guy, he also poses a threat as a distributor. I don't want to go under screens and give Magic that kind of vision. I don't want to go under screens and give Magic. I don't want to go under screens. I don't want to go on the screens and give Magic that type of vision where he can see the floor and he can set himself up to stand behind that screen and actually knock down a shot. I don't want to give him that kind of vision and that kind of time to do that. What I do want to do is I want to run him off of that stuff. What I do want to do is if he is going downhill, I want to bump him so I can get him out of the paint. I don't want to just have him standing behind screens where he's just looking at the defense and he can just see everything. No, I don't want to do that.
I agree with that part. That's why you pressure Magic. That's why you pressure him up the court. And then when you get in the half court, they're still going under, but I agree that's why he can start surveying the floor and he can make the reads. But we're talking strictly about scoring him. So at the end of the day, the threat of a jump shot, you seem to be the only one who's believing that Magic is this great threat as an outside shooter.
He has a respect. I never said that Magic. I never said that Magic was Steph Curry good, but Magic was a lot better than you give him credit as a jump shooter. He had a damn good pull. I'm not gonna say great, but he had a really good pull up game. He had a really good mid range game, and he could not. I think that if he played today. I think that he would be a respectable long ball shooter. He wouldn't be a Ben Thompson. He wouldn't be a Soar. He wouldn't be any of those guys. Real talk. I'm giving you my genuine opinion.
Let's go through guards in the league. Is he a better jump shooter than Shea?
No.
Is he a better jump shooter than Luka?
No.
Let him think about something for whatever reason.
Hold on.
I think he's a better shot taker. I don't think he's a better jump shooter, but I do think he's a better shot taker.
I'll leave Steph alone. Sky blue. Is he a better jump shooter than Donovan Mitchell?
Off the dribble, no. Mm-mm.
Period, no. But okay. Is he a better jump shooter than Jamal Murray?
Coming off that screen, no. Mm-mm.
Is he a better jump shooter than Jalen Brunson?
I think we can have that conversation.
Oh my God, my ears! Oh
I
my
do think
God.
I think we can have a conversation about
Oh
Jalen
my
Brunson as a jump
God.
shooter. Yes. Why are we wait? Why are we talking like Jalen Brunson is a? Why are we talking like Jalen Brunson is a knockdown jump shooter? Because he's not.
Because he is. Because he is.
That's just not true.
Because he is.
No, he isn't. Jalen Brunson
Yes,
makes
he is.
jump shots.
Yes,
Let's
he
be
is.
clear about that. I'm not arguing that point.
Yes, he
But
is.
Jalen Brunson is not a knockdown jump shooter. No, he is not.
Yes, he
Oh
is.
my
He
God.
is.
He makes jump shots.
I'm
I'm not gonna
sorry,
he
argue that.
is,
Steph
though.
can't beat Magic when this is the Magic in people's minds. I like respectfully.
Yes,
It's
he
not
is a
po- it's
knockdown
not
jump
possible
shooter.
for
Chill.
Steph to be better than
Absolutely.
Magic.
The
Well,
NBA
this is
Finals
the
ended
Magic
3
that
weeks
people
ago, by the
envision.
way.
Like
Fuck
this,
the NBA
this,
Finals.
you can't.
The
Go-
NBA
go
Finals
right
did
into
end
the
3 weeks
game.
ago, and if I'm not mistaken, Swiper, did you not argue about
Yeah, he was
who
poor
better?
the first 4 games. Yeah, I agree.
One more time.
He was not good the first 4 games. I'm with you. Yeah, you got
Right.
me. Yeah, I'm with you.
4 games.
The
He had
first
a
4
rough.
games, he wasn't good.
He had a rough two.
I'm
games
doing
and
this
half of a
still.
third game.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing
He
this.
had a rough first 2 games, and he had half of a third game, which was rough.
No,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, he was
I don't know why. I don't know what that has to do with the conversation about him not being a
Right.
terrific jump shooter.
I think he's a damn good. I think he's a good, but he's
You
not
say
a.
He just no Magic
He's
Johnson.
not a
Magic
knock
Johnson.
that. No. I said we can have a I didn't say Magic was better. I said we can have a conversation. Don't put words in my mouth. I don't think that Magic.
What
We
part
say
of the
Jalen
floor-
Brunson is a
what
better jump
part
shooter
of
than
the
Magic
floor-
Johnson.
Yeah,
There's
what
no
part of
part
the
of the
floor
floor.
does Magic Johnson shoot better than Jalen Brunson?
I think
He makes his free throws out of high clip.
He does make it. He does make his free throws
How
at a high
what?
clip.
3%, 4%.
I think he
I
makes.
don't know.
his free
Magic
throw-
was at like 90%.
I think he makes his. I think he makes his free throws at a higher clip. In addition
If
to
he
him
had
making his,
86%,
in addition to him making his free throws at a high clip, I think that his pull. I think his pull up game on the right elbow. I think is really good.
The
And-
right,
Not the right. No.
Not true. You had it right. The right.
No, not the right. The left.
You had it
left
right.
side. The left side of the floor. The left side of the floor. The left side of the floor. His pull up game. I feel like his pull up game was really good. I feel like not only was at the break on the left side of the floor at the long ball line. When he got older, he actually was able.
Who are you talking about?
He was.
Magic Johnson, Irving Magic Johnson.
But Chill,
that nigga.
but Chill, you even agree though. Even not Dwayne Wade wasn't a great jump shooter. Dwayne Wade was a better jump shooter than Magic
He was
Johnson.
a cool.
No, but Dwayne Wade had a better jump shot, period, than Magic did. He wasn't a
I
great
can see
jump
what you're saying.
but
Like,
that-
it's
but
more
that's the whole
functional.
point of what
He
I'm
has a
saying.
more functional.
I don't think that Magic was a great jump shooter at all, but he was good. Gene Wade,
And I think he was good.
multiple-
Like I said, I think Magic was a good jump shooter. I don't think that.
No,
I don't
but
think that
he-
Jalen. I don't think that Jalen Brunson
what's the
clears him
line
as
of
a
good,
jump
though?
shooter. I don't.
You said Jalen Peyton Pritchard a better jump shooter than him though. Peyton
Like,
Pritchard is a better
Peyton
jump
got
shooter
yeah.
than Magic Johnson.
Peyton
Pritchard,
Pritchard, 100%. He
Whoa,
better jump.
whoa.
Peyton-
Hold up, Mars. Wait.
Are we disagreeing that Peyton Pritchard shoots better than Magic Johnson?
He is a better
Are we
shooter.
disagreeing?
But Chill, even in the 90s,
I don't
Mahmoud
think
was
no.
a better jump shooter than Magic Johnson.
Yeah, hell yeah.
There were multiple players.
And Mahmoud would be a better jump shooter than a whole lot of top guards
You
in the
said
game
Byron
today.
Scott.
I said John Stockton, but
Oh, John Stockton.
Oh yeah, John Stockton one of them was.
John Stockton shoots better than Magic Johnson. Mark
John
Price
Stockton-
shot better than Magic
John
Johnson.
Stockton is a better jump shooter.
These
than
guys
Magic.
all shoot better than
Mark
Magic
Price
Johnson.
Are
Like, what we talking
better
about?
shooters. But
Both of the Detroit guards shot better than Magic Johnson too.
Okay, so can't I say the same thing?
He wasn't even considered a high level jump shooter then.
And SGA ain't the best jump shooter in the game.
What?
We
SGA is
agree.
not a-
Yeah,
and-
we agree.
Just like I'm not sitting here saying that Magic is
Well,
the best jump shooter in the game.
but he's close to being the best
So
in
where
the
is
game.
so where is Jalen Brunson
Yeah,
at?
just saying.
So where's Jalen Brunson at in the game today in terms of jump shooters?
the top
He's
five.
one of the-
He's a top
one
five
of the
jump
best.
shooter.
High.
He's one of
I'm
the
not,
five.
I'm not asking you. I'll say so. If he's one of the best, the guys that you just named for me, like Mars, you just said, Mark Price, John Stockton. I think Dennis Johnson was a damn good pull-up jump shooter. If I'm being
Jalen Brunson is a better shooter than John
I
Stockton.
We just gonna make him say this because he's old.
Wait a
Dennis
minute.
Johnson.
Dennis Johnson was a damn good shooter. What are you talking about? Dennis
They
Johnson can
used to
shoot.
make no. Because they used to make Dennis
Make
Johnson
Dennis
shoot.
Johnson shoot. Yes,
That was
they did.
what? So because he was born in 1962, he's allowed to just lie about Dennis Johnson.
I'm not lying about Dennis Johnson. Dennis Johnson was a good jump shooter.
Nice.
I was just going to skip over it. I was just going to skip over it.
We're
Mars.
talking.
This dude is
I ain't seen
dangerous.
2,000 games.
They're
I
not
can't.
just-
I can't really. You know what I'm saying?
They
not
used
just-
to guard. Remember when LeBron was guarding Ben Simmons?
Yes,
and he just
yes,
stared at him.
yes.
That's no way that they guarded Ben.
Dennis
That's
Johnson.
not true. Isaiah Thomas did not guard him like that. That's not true. They are online. That's not true. And the reason that's just so not true. That can't be. That can be. You know what? You guys got it. This is some bullshit right here.
Oh, there's no.
Look at it because this dude just said that. So we're saying that a lead guard in Dennis Johnson during this time. We're saying that a lead guard in Dennis Johnson during this time, starting lead guard for the Boston Celtics, he was guarded. He was guarded. We want you to shoot the ball all night long. We're not going to guard you. We're going to guard Danny Ainge. We're going to guard Larry Bird. That's not true. That's just not true.
Oh, chat, watch the games. I can't.
Get out of here, man. That's just not true.
I'm telling you to go back and watch the games. This is ridiculous. Oh my! And the thing is, when this gets clipped, there's going to be people in the comments. Chill was around back then. How are you arguing? Man, watch the game.
Please watch the games. Please watch them.
Wait, hold on.
I'm not.
It was literally just ignore him.
Wait. Just because we
ignore Dennis Johnson. Like that's what they ignored him.
So because we are living with Dennis Johnson shooting does not mean that
it's not living. It's
100% living. So what would we rather? Because Mars, you are the epitome of what would you rather. So what would I rather? Would I rather give Danny Ainge an open shot? Would I rather them go in the post to Kevin McHale? Would I rather them give the ball to Larry Bird and have him get busy? Would I rather them go to Robert Parrish, or would I rather them Dennis Johnson shoot an open shot?
Am I allowed to show like a still frame of from the 80s?
Yeah.
I'm going to search 1980 Celtics game. I'm going to click on the first game I watch. I'm going to skip to a random possession. I'm going to just pause it, and I'm going to let you see how they guard Dennis Johnson. I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to have a game up in about the next 30 seconds. I'm not going to handpick nothing. I'm going to just show you on any random possession of any random game how they were guarding Dennis Johnson. Because this is ridiculous that I'm hearing Dennis Johnson 1980. I'm typing it as we speak.
It's ridiculous.
1980.
Mars, do you need a buffer? Do you need a buffer to get that ready real quick?
You guys can talk for the next 30 seconds.
Real quick, I want to ask you this question, Ron, Chill, Jay, Real Talk, Michelle, because obviously this is your segment.
Why? Why is this my segment?
No, because you're making the argument. I want to set it up to see where you think and get the input.
This whole thing started with this dumbass super chat with Steph Curry and Magic Johnson. That's where the whole thing started.
But this is good content.
No, it's not. I think this sucks because I'm done having this conversation. Sucks. I'm so sick of having this.
All right, well, just chill. So just based on your recollection,
keep fighting the good fight, brother. I'm here with you.
Hey, Ron, stop.
Go ahead, Swiper. Go ahead, Swiper.
Put a sock in it. Hold on, real quick, chill. Ty Jerome, this is like of all the players that taking 8 pull-up jumpers a game in the NBA. Ty Jerome, and I got him ranked by efficiency. Ty Jerome, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jamal Murray, Kevin Durant, Luka Doncic, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Donovan Mitchell, Brandon Ingram, Jaylen Brown, Devin Booker, Dylan Brooks, Tyrese Maxey, Jason Tatum. I'll stop there. So of this list, are there names that stand out to you that you think are like Magic is just objectively a better jump shooter than these players, like Dylan Brooks, for instance, Jaylen Brown, like those type of players? Chill.
I think Jaylen Brown is a better jump shooter than Magic in the mid range. I think.
I'm on your side. I was saying I think your Magic is better than Jaylen Brown. I'm actually on your side when it comes to the jump shooting. I'm basically asking like.
I think that he's better jump shooter than.
My video is loading. I currently have a Knicks at Celtics game in 1985. It's loading. My browser is a bit slow.
I'm not gonna lie though, Mars. There were many a game because I went back. This is when I was going back, hanging on all those niggas. Dennis Johnson was getting left open, but I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes he was hitting them hoes. I ain't gonna lie. But to your point, though, matter of fact, the league as a whole is just a better mid-range jump shooting league at that time because everybody
they had to leave somebody with that Boston Celtic team as good as that offense was, with Larry Bird being the catalyst of that offense and being as good as he was, and you giving him the vision. He got double teamed a lot, and not only did he get double teamed out of the post, he got double teamed on the wing. And the double team man, which in a lot of situations you don't want to be the double team man, because that means that you can't shoot. But in this particular situation, when it comes to the Boston Celtics, we had Danny Ainge, who was also a shooter. They had Robert Parrish on the box, who you had to double team and couldn't really play him one-on-one. In addition, you had Kevin McHale, who was basically an open book of buckets on the box. And then you had Larry Bird. So I got to leave somebody open to shoot jump shots. I have to leave somebody. And Dennis Johnson, during that time, when the game was not nearly as stretched out as it is today, Dennis Johnson was the guy who more times than not was throwing the ball.
Dennis Johnson at the free throw line. Sorry.
More times than not, Dennis is dumping the ball into Robert Parrish. More times than not, he's dumping the ball into Kevin McHale, and they're double teaming him. And with them double teaming him, that leaves Dennis Johnson open to knock down open shots, because the ball was getting kicked back out to him. So it's not like he was coming off. It's not like he was coming off the dribble, bink, bink, and doing all of that stuff. That was going on.
Well, yeah, I just of what I remember, it was a lot of Larry Bird and Danny Ainge like working the baseline, right, coming off pin downs or whatnot. Also, Danny Ainge, another better jump shooter than Magic Johnson.
Danny Ainge is a better jump
and
shooter
then
than a lot of guys.
Post ups for Kevin McHale.
Some of your best players, better jump shooter than Jalen Brunson.
No, he is not.
Yes,
I don't think you understand the level of jump shooting you're seeing from
I don't think you give
Jalen Brunson is
I hate
6'1". Jalen Brunson is a 6'1",
Every time I pass
6'2".
forward, Dennis Johnson's at the free throw line. Oh my God.
Jalen Brunson is a 6'1", 6'2" mega scorer in the NBA. That doesn't happen without being an elite.
It never happens.
That's
Can't
how
name
it
one.
happens. That's how that works.
Russ is 6'4", 6'4".
Yeah, Russ is 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, Russ is
Jalen Brunson is 6'2", averaging 27 a game.
Russ is 6'3", y'all. Let's
Iverson wasn't an elite jump shooter.
No, he's not. Let's not just start adding inches.
No,
realistic inches.
Iverson was a great mid-range jump shooter.
Yeah, but Russ, like we all know, Russ and AI,
we know you
game
had
is predicated
inches.
on athleticism.
Real talk. No, but look, I think some of this is like Jalen Brunson's an elite off the dribble scorer.
Jesus Christ.
Like elite off the dribble scorer, and he self-creates like a monster. So, yeah, I mean, Magic, that's just not Magic's game, but he didn't need to be that either. Like, he was still way better than Jalen Brunson. He just didn't need to do that. So, like, yeah, Jay, you can look up all you want. Yeah, he by far better, obviously. Obviously, Magic Johnson's a better player. Very clearly, obviously.
To you.
Whenever we have these Magic conversations, I'm very comfortable saying greatest passer of all time. I'm very comfortable saying one of the 3 best transition players ever, probably. You know what I'm saying? Do I troll about the transition? Sure, but I'm not. I still acknowledge that he's one of the greatest of all time in that. Greatest
the stuff
passer of all time.
The stuff that Mars is looking up, and meanwhile, I'm watching him in and out crossover coming off the screen in 1987 in the NBA championship, knocking down an 18-footer. Meanwhile, I'm seeing him against the Clippers, knocking down in transition.
We're watching Steph do that on a nightly basis.
That's not the
Oh, you
point.
think it's a Kenny Smith moment? You think it's a Kenny Smith moment?
Chad, if this play is played on the screen and we get a copyright, hey, I will start a GoFundMe and we will make the money back up for this episode.
I can't do this real talk. Members only stream. Our members only real talk. I can't do this. I can't do it. I can't.
At least let me get the question out. Ron, let me get the question
out.
Send it to the
group chat, please?
At least send it to the group chat or something. Show me the play where Magic Johnson in and out, stop, pop, mid.
I said Dennis Johnson.
I wasn't talking about Dennis. No, I wasn't.
Oh, you talking about Dennis? Okay.
I wasn't talking about. No,
I thought you said Magic. My fault. My fault, OG. My fault.
Wait, Ron, chill. That's the same description you gave us when Kenny Smith did the between the legs dunk off the backboard.
Do you remember what that conversation was about at all?
Yes,
So what was that conversation about? What was it about? What was that conversation about? So we clear.
The modern athlete.
Yeah.
Compared
to be fair, he did lie.
He didn't lie. That's exactly what happened. Kenny did
it
exactly
wasn't as exciting.
What was the conversation about, though? I just want to make sure that we clear. So the people at home that you guys are having such a great time with this. All right. So what was the conversation about, Swiper? Do you remember what the conversation was about?
Well, we were talking about like modern dunkers.
The conversation was about guys who ran fast and jumped high, and people think that, especially these young dudes in particular, they think that dudes only ran fast and jumped high today. Like, evolution happened in the last 10 years. Like, guys wasn't running fast and jumping high 25, 30 years ago. And I referenced Kenny Smith, who is 6'3". I referenced Kenny Smith, who is 6'3", who threw the ball between his legs off the backboard and dunked it backwards, to reference that he was one of the examples of guys who were running fast and jumping high back then, 30 years ago. That's all this was about. Now, sure, you dudes asked for something more, when in reality, I explained exactly what happened, referencing dudes running fast and jumping high. That's all that was.
All right. Hey, yo, we Swiper, we do gotta move on. Mars got this still shot of Dennis Johnson, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on the screen. This is what it is.
This is Dennis Johnson. This is Dennis Johnson. This is Dennis Johnson's defender. This is the 49th minute. I'm gonna be full transparency. I fast forwarded to the 30th minute mark. Dennis Johnson was at the free throw line, so I couldn't do anything. I then fast forwarded to 32 minutes. He was also at the free throw line again. This is the 49th minute of the video, not the game. I don't know where we are in the game. I haven't listened to anything. This is Robert Parrish. This is whoever threw the entry pass. I actually don't know. I can't. The camera quality is bad. And this is Dennis Johnson, and that is his defender. And this is not. Once again, it did take me longer than I expected. Part of that was my browser didn't work, so I then had to switch browsers, skip to a segment, and then refresh the screen on this one. But this is how he used to get guarded. The ball went into the post, like Chill said. It wasn't Dennis Johnson who threw the entry. It was this guy. And then a defense would say, "Hello, Dennis Johnson. We don't care about you." That's what happens every time. They don't care about him. He didn't get the ball in his possession. I believe this is Robert Parrish. He ends up just shooting a double team jumper. But this is, you don't guard no one who is a shooter like this. Never in life. You will never find someone who is considered a respectable jump shooter being guarded like they have the plague. Never. So, yeah, but watch the games. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Watch the games. You'll see it. And did he make them sometimes? Yes. But even, like, you can go watch finals games. When he makes jumpers, even the commentators are talking about, if Dennis Johnson's making jump shots, like no one cares about him shooting. Like, no one cares. He's not a shooter. He's not a respectable shooter. He is someone who, if he makes them, you tip your cap. That's what he is. He's a tip your cap shooter. If he makes them, okay, we just can't guard Boston today. That's what it is. If he makes them, it's over. Like, GG.
I stand with Chill. He's a better shooter than Jamal Murray. I'm gonna leave Jalen Brunson out of this. Jamal Murray.
As you can see here, that's Magic. This is Magic closing out. This is Magic closing out on Dennis Johnson. He's up faking him, and he's going to go to the rim because literally he just made a jump shot. Yes, and I don't know if we can show this on YouTube, so I can't.
No, we can't. We can't.
I believe you.
I can't show it. So that's Magic closing out.
He was wide open in the first.
Yeah, right. But and the reason why Magic was closing out on him because 2 plays before that, he ended up being wide open, to your point again, because he was the double team man, and he knocked down an open shot. And Magic is closing out on him on the low side, and he ends up blowing by Magic and getting to the rim and getting fouled. Because
you know what that shows me? Magic Johnson is a bad defender.
Of course, it ain't that. It's not that Dennis is. It's not that Dennis is a respectable jump shooter. It's Magic is a terrible.
Hey, y'all. So check me out.
Magic Johnson.
It seems like we got some things that we got to get down to the bottom of. Whether Magic is actually a wizard with the basketball, whether Dennis Johnson can shoot, whether Magic is a better jump shooter than some of these guys. And you know what? This Thursday on our members only stream, that can potentially be our main topic, unless we find a better topic between here and now. But Sundays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern time, we have our members only streams. You have to be a rookie or a higher member to be there or to be able to watch it. But if you are an all-star or a Hall of Famer, you have access to come on stage and talk about how you feel about Magic Johnson. Talk about how you feel about Dennis Johnson. Talk about how you feel about Kenny the Jet Smith throwing the ball through his legs and dunking it backwards. If you're an all-star, we would like to see you during one of these streams. But all right, fellas, we got to dive into these super chats. Like the video, subscribe, become a member, and just keep doing what you're doing, chat. We appreciate you guys because you're the best chat on earth. But BLV Titan sent through $20 and said Ben Simmons is skipping through the streets, smiling ear to ear, knowing people are bringing up his name with Magic and LeBron in 2026. Shout out PC.
Shout out Ben Simmons. He was that guy.
We could have left Ben Simmons.
No, we couldn't have. I'm
Ben
not.
Simmons was that guy.
We
that was
really
a nasty
should just be able. It wasn't. Because we should be able to give players credit for what was happening at the time, that he was getting LeBron comps and Magic comps out of LSU, and then he absolutely was on his way to at least touching Magic Johnson territory per real talk. And if you ask real talk, I mean, if Ben Simmons would have played in 1980, he probably would have doing Magic tour. So I'm saying that he was legitimately a great player. He was a terrorist in transition, wonderful passer, strong passer, Mark. I'm talking about throwing firebolts across the court.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually a really good offensive player. He just couldn't shoot jumpers. But like he made a big difference for the 76ers offense and the defensively terrific defender. Better than Amin Thompson. Like defensively. Like
Swiper.
He's really
call up Rich Paul and tell him you would like a percentage to represent Ben Simmons and say that same thing to all the GMs across the league and get him back in the league. Get him out of that fishing boat and back in the league.
If 2017 Ben Simmons was available right now in the market, he's getting
for sure.
Is he a max player?
What are you talking about? Hell yeah.
I'm paying him more than I'm paying Jalen Durant.
2017, isn't that rookie Ben Simmons? 2017.
I'm tripping. I'm into this.
That's going in the year
2009, like the All-Pro Ben Simmons.
Yeah,
I'm tripping. All-Pro Ben Simmons, like 2018, 2019. I think he's getting paid a lot more today than back then. No doubt about that.
I mean, back then he got a rookie max.
Yeah.
I'm saying if he was available in today's free agency market, he's getting paid. He's getting paid. He's a super max player.
Ben was tough. Like no ifs, ands, or buts.
I was
Ben
never
was
the
tough.
biggest Ben Simmons.
I was a big Ben Simmons fan.
He had me sold for sure.
Ben Simmons was like one of the best players to play on 2K for a number of years. Real talk. Like. And like he was because he was so fast.
Yeah, that's
so
back
fast.
then. You could just dunk everything, and he was
Giannis and Ben Simmons were terrific.
Like 2K19, but like Ben Simmons was. I like Ben Simmons. I think he was a good player, but the floors were still going to be the floors. He was just going to he was going to get paid because you still believe in young players and whatever. But there was regardless of if he got hurt or not, he was always going to get to a point where the flaws was starting to outweigh the benefits. Like that was always going to happen. And then people would have been complaining about his contract.
Be able to shoot from outside of like 7 feet when you're the primary ball handler. Like,
we're going to need you to want to score the ball. Like, regardless, like outside shooting, yeah, cool. He needed to make jump shots. I agree. But the lack of aggressiveness was a problem. Like, that's a big difference between him and Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, even before he developed the outside shot that we've debated for the last half an hour, he looked to score the ball. Ben Simmons would be perfectly comfortable throwing the ball to someone and then hovering around in the dunk.
He's a guy who nobody was really covering. Like when you
exactly,
talk about
like that was gonna come back to be a problem in higher stakes situations all the time. Like that was always gonna happen. So regardless of how you feel about Ben Simmons and how much he was worth at 2019, 2020, if he didn't address the elephant in the room, which was his scoring aggression, his outside shot, he was always gonna there's a reason why his first time in the playoffs, he averaged like 16. The next time he averaged like 13. The next time he averaged like 10. Like,
his mental health started declining too, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, and in 2021, a big part of it was the fact that he couldn't make free throws anymore, which is like problematic. But like, he wasn't a good scorer. He didn't have the greatest touch. He wasn't aggressive. He didn't trust himself to make shots outside of 5 feet. Like all of those things were going to add up, regardless of how gifted as a passer, playmaker, transition player, all of that stuff. Like. It was gonna be a problem at some point. So,
all right, y'all. I gotta move on to the next super chat, and it's from the guy that set this whole thing off. Why is he lying? Sent through $20 again and said, "I'm glad Mars brought up Shea because I'm on the verge of taking him over Magic too. But you got an elite on-ball creator / isolation scorer, better defender as well. Also, Jokic a better passer, really better overall offensive engine." Why is he lying?
To get under. Yeah, I feel like Magic's starting to get under.
Why is he lying?
By some people. I still think by the masses he's still overrated, but by some people he's beginning to get drastically underrated. But you know,
Jokic is better than Magic Johnson. And y'all
I don't think he's a better passer than Magic Johnson.
No, he's not a better passer. Magic is the greatest passer of all time to me.
I agree.
Jokic is better than him.
Ron, did you didn't mention your Mexico team you lost yesterday, by the way, brother?
Took a tough L. Shout out England. England like that.
Oh. It was a good game, no Mars.
Still Viva La Mexico.
It was one of the best games of the tournament until
they were down 2-0, then it got 2-2, then 3-2, or they went 2-1, 2-1, 3.
No, it was 2-1, 3-2. So England scored twice in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was crazy.
And then Mexico scored about 5 minutes later, 2-1. And then England got a red card. but then like 2 minutes later they scored a penalty,
Mm-hmm.
and then Mexico scored to make it 3-2, and then there was a hydration break. And then Mexico were just attacking for the last 20 minutes trying to score.
I thought they was gonna get something in that, especially with that extended 11 minutes more. I was like, oh yeah, we finna get one. We definitely
they
gonna get one.
They had chances for sure. They could have, but
That goalie was playing his ass off.
I thought they would have gone.
As someone who is more locked into men's FIFA in particular, you know, the obviously the Balogun info news drop. Did you have a take on that with FIFA? Because obviously, I think it's a little it's interesting, obviously, because it's not fair. Obviously, that like the U.S. president can be like, "Yo, review this play," and obviously, other countries would going to do that. Literally, FIFA doesn't have a review process for real. He called the because you know he got a Nobel Peace Prize. Real talk, probably aware of this part. The FIFA president awarded him, Trump, an award, and they like have a relationship and all this other stuff. So Trump, on behalf of Balogun, called FIFA and said, "Yo, it was a bad call. We all know it was a bad call. Yo, review that play." And because of that, Balogun can now play tonight versus Belgium. No, USA.
If the US lose, they have no excuse. That's one thing for sure. But I don't think it was a red card when it happened.
Me neither.
And I know for sure you can appeal red cards and you can get them reviewed and they can get rescinded. That's not
afterwards, like after the game is over.
Yeah, after the fact, it can get rescinded. Okay. That's the thing. Right. I don't recall this ever happening where it has been rescinded and the player gets their suspension lifted. But I know in like club football, like where your teams are playing, it's happened many times where teams appeal their red card and it will get taken off. I've never seen it in the
tournament.
Yeah, I've never seen it happen. But ultimately, I don't think it was a red card anyway. So like, even if I think it sets an interesting precedent to see if this happens ever again, or if it just happened to be a one-time thing for the team US.
And Drago
I still think they ended up getting it right. So
fellas, we got to move on because, as you guys know, the game is here in Seattle, and it's like, you know, the perfect city for a Monday night football game. And you know, I'm going to be right down there by the stadium with all the white boys getting wasted for the game. Hey,
gonna be.
It's called. Hey, do you know what
tailgating is?
Yeah, do you know what that is?
You have to work, Ron.
I don't have.
Ron's not going to be at work tomorrow.
No, I'm going out today. Yeah, this stream is ending at 11 on the dot, and I'm going straight downtown. And we gonna be in the bars talking about we will rock you. Hey, we turning up in Seattle today. Know that. But all right, y'all. The next super chat I got is from Tupac Westside. Tupac said, "Morning, fellas. Miami, Cleveland, or the Golden State Warriors make sense for Bron to get to, in my opinion. Heard the Peyton Watson news. I know it's a gamble, but it doesn't hurt throwing our hat in. To quote my uncle, Swiper, give us the kid. Hey, Swiper."
Look, everybody knows how I feel about Peyton. I still think he has 2 years to get to where he's going to be. But he's a terrific young player. He is a very athletic player, multi-tooled offensive player he's growing into. Defensively, he's trying to figure out how to do both of those things. But I saw people yesterday trying to say, put him at the 4. I've been telling people for years since he came in the league, he's not a 4. He is a guard/wing. But if you want to pay Denver 2 unprotected first and a player for Peyton, I mean, sure. That's crazy. But Mark, that's like, to me, that is a lot for a very underdeveloped player. He's less developed than Walker Kessler, but it doesn't mean he can't be better. But like, that is what apparently is the conversation now. It's like, well, how many unprotected in the future you want to pay for Peyton? I'm like, I mean, I want to keep Peyton more than anything, obviously, but that's
first of all, Swiper, didn't
that
you get
Christian
him?
Brown contracts is the problem, but
isn't that contract not that difficult to make? $25 million in today's game, ours. I mean, I don't think that's difficult. I don't think that's that difficult to move. And I'm talking about a guy who can, at some point, like play up to a level where he can be tradable. It's not like we can't move him, period. Like, this contract is unmovable. Like, he can play to a
What,
level
Christian Brown?
That's what I'm talking about. Like he can play to a level where he can now become a.
Well, he just has to get healthy again. I think
that's
if
it. That's all I'm thinking.
If he was healthy last year, it would look better. But the issue is, and by the way, they are engaging in talks around it.
It's ridiculous to think that he can get more.
So you think you guys are going to retain him, Swiper?
I thought the number's going to be like 23, and I think they'll retain him at that point. If it's 23, I think
Will you guys be in the second apron if you match?
Yeah, but the ownership has already indicated per multiple sources that they have no mandate on getting out of the second apron. I think they're open to doing it. They just think last year was health related, why they fell apart.
They're trying to keep Jokic. So
I mean,
all right,
that is a big part too.
You go at Trey Christian Brown, in my opinion. But.
All right, Ty Baba Laka became a YouTube member. Shout out to my man Baba Laka for joining up. AB Too Ancient sent through $10 and said third option Braun on the Wolves is the perfect option for basketball mixed with personalities. How many clips can we pull up of LeBron glazing 5? Laughing my ass off.
I'd like him in Minnesota. I
think that's one of the best fits. Minnesota. I actually been saying this for a while. I was saying this before the last year even ended. And football, if I remember correctly. Shout out to him. Braun in Minnesota just makes a lot of sense. You replace
get James to play
Julius Randle with LeBron James. Shit.
What I'm thinking, real talk, is can we get James to play more of his natural position, which is the point forward? So I think that I'm not a big fan of James at this age being around a lot of young dudes, even though young dudes have a tendency to pump some life into older people. But with that focus, Mars. With that being said, I think that him playing the point forward, taking some of the responsibility off of LaMelo Ball, definitely taking some of that ball handling responsibility off of Ant Edwards, I think it would help them. I'm worried about James being around them young dudes. That's what I'm thinking.
I think it would work wonders for them. I think like an Anthony Edwards probably would gravitate more to LeBron James and like a Luka Doncic. I think Luka, from what I've kind of just been observing now for a couple of years, especially now with the Lakers, like Luka's kind of already set and he has his team. He's doing what he's going to do. You know what I'm saying? There's not much like, oh, let me see what old head Bron talking about. Like that. That's not Luka's vibe. Luka's vibe is, hey, whatever I've been doing has been working for me up until this point. I've been one of the best players in the world for half a decade. At this point, me and my team haven't figured out. Whereas like an Anthony Edwards, I could see him even when he talked about like the development of 3-point shooting in the 24 summer. He was like, yeah, that's because I was like shooting with Curry and stuff like that. I think he would like pick Bron's brain more than a Luka Doncic, in my opinion.
Luka played with legends over at Real Madrid too. Like, these names might not register with you guys, but like Sergio Llull, Sergio Rodriguez, buddy that used to play for the Blazers, played on the Spanish national team, Rudy Fernandez, Herman Gomez twins. Like, these are EuroLeague legends. These are guys, Spanulis, the greatest EuroLeague player ever. Luka played under these guys. So he, like at 16, 17, 18, he was getting tutelage from guys that were seasoned pros and seasoned veterans. So he's been got that. Luka I'm not saying like you can never have too much mentoring, but Anthony Edwards hasn't really had a vet like that. So it's much different.
Mm-hmm. And then obviously you have like the cultural similarities with Ant and Bron and stuff like that. And,
All right, BB Sav 1 became a YouTube member. Shout out to BB Sav.
What similarities?
He said what you think he's saying,
Sniper. He's reading the next super chat.
Shout out to BB Sav.
18-year difference? We ain't got no cultural similarities.
Okay. Marati 10 Zombie sent through $10 and said, What's up, guys? Real talk. They tried to break up Black Love, but we ain't letting that slide on Love Island. ABC, 1, 2, 3, TMZ, KC and TT, and 5, my boy.
Yes, sir. KC and TT, I need y'all to know y'all Barack and Michelle and 08. We with you.
Wow.
We are with you. Y'all have our vote. That house was stunned when they found out TT and KC was top 4 in that house. Yes, all of us is voting for them. Y'all love that. Look, y'all love that swirl shit. Here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna end up happening. Here's my prediction. Right. So, the next elimination, Kata and Zach, they're behind KC and TT already because Kata doesn't know this, but the rest of the world knows that Zach is gay. Okay, so past that, right? So then you have Carl. And
that's the light bright dude. That's Zach.
No, Zach is the white guy with the extra gorgeous lady.
Yeah. And he got those eyebrows and I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hey, real talk. It's a difference between being gorgeous and being extra gorgeous. Those
no, Kata is like that. Like she looks like a supermodel too. I'm not even gonna lie. Like she's gonna be a supermodel once she leaves the villa. Like that. Then you got Carl and Anaya, and you got Trinity and Bryce. Here's what's gonna happen: the swirlers are going to divide their own voting base, right? Because usually there's only one swirl couple that makes it this far. There are two now. The swirlers, they're going to divide their.
What's a swirler?
Base. The people that love to put all that milk and cream in their coffee.
Oh, like a chocolate or like an ice cream swirl.
Yeah. Meanwhile, for those of us that like our coffee black, you know what I'm saying? When
Jesus Christ.
Black, we're going to vote for them, and there's no dividing their vote. And then Casey and TT going to come out on top. Watch what happens. I'm telling you.
This used to be a basketball show, too.
It is still a basketball show.
Oh, okay.
Love Island takes over the summer now. I don't know how y'all.
I was instructed, however, to kick both Real Talk and Ron. So I was instructed to do that because of what's going on with Love Island. So I was instructed by a higher power to kick those guys. So with that also being said,
nice.
As we were talking about when it came to the super chats, Tally Bob, I think he became Babalaka. Yeah, he became a new member. But Ron's back, so I was instructed to kick Ron. So there you have it.
We'll pick this back up again, real talk.
Yes, sir.
Masinko sent through a $10 super chat and said, y'all ain't gonna like it, but Wade was better than Bron in 2011, minus the Bulls series.
He was not a better basketball player than LeBron James.
I thought I was gonna get a teamwork.
I'm with you, real talk.
I mean, respectfully, shout out to D-Wade. He was not a better basketball player than LeBron James. He just wasn't. But Sulita.
Mm-hmm.
All right, G-Rail sent through $9.99 and said, I hope one day PC can converse about the manipulation the media has on the NBA for the last 40 years. I don't get the logic on hating on players losing in situations that are out of their control.
I think we have this conversation all the time on this platform because I spearhead it.
Particularly in the off season, we do this.
Yeah, I'm never going to agree with how people view the game, but it is what it is.
$10 got sent through from a familiar face. The Real Pin Canada sent through $10 and said, Erling Haaland is a bad man. Anyways, LeBron is coming home to Cleveland. Yeah, Ron, read all of this.
I'll rip my eyes out if he goes to Cleveland.
Why? Because they'll beat you in the playoffs next year?
Who's you? I don't play NBA
the
basketball.
Knicks.
Oh,
the Knicks.
They will not beat the Knicks in a 20-game series. They wouldn't win 4 games.
That's crazy.
It'll be,
by the way,
17, it'll be 17-30.
It'll be 20-0.
Messi, Mbappe, and Haaland all have 7 goals right now in the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible, bro.
I think Kane has 6. I think
Kane been cooking.
Kane
has been cooking.
5.
Bellingham has 4 or 5.
Abel got 5.
What's incredible is how the Knicks ran by Cleveland. That's incredible.
And like Braun doesn't make a difference in a.
I don't know them dudes.
That's great.
I'll
say Kane got 6, right? Kane got 6.
I really thought they had a chance. Yo. I did.
I'm sorry.
Who is Abel?
Yeah.
Kane and
Abel got
Abel.
5.
Kane and
Nobody
Abel.
No, he's making a joke about.
Yeah.
I don't know. bro, y'all not tapped in, bro. It is what it is, what it is, bro.
Mellow Burnout sent through $9.99 and said, Magic better than Curry still? Magic not even top 12. Give me KD, Bird, and Kobe clears.
You got it. Absolutely, brother.
Yeah, you definitely got it.
I am taking KD, Bird, and Kobe.
Okay, you got it.
I got Magic over Bird. Actually, I'm lying. I'm tripping. I lied. I'll take that back.
KD will tell y'all he not better than Magic. But
KD is not better than Magic.
Okay, I'll just disagree. Well, I think Magic's better than KD, but I've been playing for 200 years, so I'll give him that.
The Kingslayer 44 sent through $9.99 and said, so 2020 Bron wasn't better than Magic, Ron?
34-year-old
25 and 10 LeBron.
If 2020 Bron did that shit in 2013, you'd be fine saying he better than Magic.
Here's
but
my
because
thing.
He's 34, it doesn't mean anything.
I already conceded and said Bron's better than Magic, so we don't have to do this at all.
Okay, we good then. All right.
But peak Magic clears 2020 Bron. But if we go to Cavs or Heat, then we can.
That's a lie.
You put Magic in that bubble with Caruso, Rondo, the Twin Towers, and AD.
Sound like a regular Magic Johnson team to me.
Magic teams were
that
better.
Actually, it might be one of his worst rosters.
Magic's teams were way. Magic.
That's what I'm saying. So he would have had to score more. Now we would have really been able to see that bag. We would have really been able to see.
He really would have been spamming them baby hooks then. Oh my goodness.
No, we would have seen the jumpers that Chill's talking about.
Tween pull up midi.
And he definitely maximizes Anthony Davis. Oh, absolutely.
He does.
Yes, he does.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
AD might average 30.
Drago FC said, speaking of Magic, on his stream, Real Talk had 18 to 20 players better all time on offense than Magic. Do you still believe this? Can you name the guys again? What is the panel's reaction? Wanted it on record.
Drago said you up.
That's disgusting. But you can walk it back.
First off, I don't respond to super chats that are sent in DKK. The fuck is that anyway? That's
disrespecting the Danish currency. Go there.
Number two.
Oh my
Look,
god.
So why does he want this on the record? You already said it on the record. You already said it on the record. So why does he want it on the record?
Probably just being hyperbolic at the time. It is what it is. 18 to 20 is a stretch. Even for me.
Major stretch.
I could definitely get to probably like 12 though. But 18, 20?
Name five of them. Name five offensive
Magic is like the 12th or 13th best offensive player. Why do you even respect him all the time?
Right. Like he not even in
his defense sucks. So why do you even acknowledge his
his best attribute
because
is offense?
It's like because I'm so left of the consensus, then I just kind of set a threshold that maybe I'm more wrong than correct on this subject. So I still take into account y'all.
So I'm digging my heels.
I'm not. I'm absolutely not. But I still respect y'all's opinion enough to respect him in rankings.
So
if we were doing strictly off my respect level of Magic Johnson.
So name five of them, real talk. Just give me five offensive players better than
five.
Magic. Just give me five right now.
Okay.
I can give you five playing today.
So just give me okay. That's what I'm saying. So give me five.
Currently, give us five currently.
Give me five offensive players.
Steph, Shea, Jokic, Giannis.
Okay, so that's five just today. That's just today.
Steph is not a better offensive player today than Magic Johnson.
Neither
not today. Not today.
Not
today.
Better than Prime Magic.
Not today, bro.
You're saying Steph is playing today. He's a better offensive player than Magic.
Jay, you don't got to do this. It's not today, bro. Not in 2026.
Today, tomorrow.
I just assumed you were talking about Prime Steph, but Steph is still playing. That's why I assumed.
No, he said players today.
We can do all the time. We can do all the time.
Now we can do all the time.
I'll take Steph right
now. So those are five. Kobe, obviously. Nash is a better offensive player. Chris Paul is a better offensive player.
Somebody's era, Jordan is better than Magic.
Who else?
Jordan,
obviously.
Chris Paul and Steve Nash.
You didn't say LeBron.
Must see TV. Hell yeah.
You didn't say LeBron. Real talk.
Oh, LeBron.
You
Yeah.
didn't say James.
LeBron.
So that's 10 right there.
Jack.
I'm taking Bird over Magic Word. Bird was a better offensive player than
Bird.
No, he was not.
Okay.
Yeah, Bird was better than.
Even though Shaq wouldn't say he's a better offensive player.
Kareem, Hakeem, you taking those guys?
Oh, Kareem.
So Jabal's a better offensive player.
Hakeem.
Elijah Wan's a better offensive player than
Hakeem, you lost me, but
Hakeem, no.
He lost me at Chris Paul, but it's fine.
He lost me at SGA. I'm good.
I didn't hear Chris Paul.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm straight, but okay.
I didn't hear those
going.
either.
He lost me at Jordan.
He said Curry. I'm
Well,
like,
okay, now let's be serious, Ross.
Jerry West.
For me, Magic is like easily top 6, but that's fine.
Jerry West. Better.
Oscar Robertson would have to be better by the same logic.
absolutely. And Chamberlain is better too. Then, like.
Oh yeah, Will.
Yeah, Chamberlain's definitely better.
Grass green.
Yeah, Chamberlain's better too. Are we willing to go?
Like I'm naming bums right
Tracy
now.
McGrady.
Hey, I'm out, Ron. I'm going. I can't stay, Ron. I got to get out of here. I'm not doing it, Ron. I promise. This sucks.
Tracy McGrady, one of the best offensive players ever.
Nah, he is, but man, come on, y'all. But all right, I gotta get to the next super chat.
By that metric, is Tracy McGrady a better offensive player than Paul Pierce?
Yes.
So that means that so if Tracy McGrady better than Magic,
But Paul Pierce is the most overrated player of all
I mean,
time.
Paul Pierce is a better offensive player than Magic too.
Yo, I gotta get to the next super chat though. Pimp named Slickback sent through $9.99 and said, "Yo, shout out to the man Corbin. Him and KC ran that villa the last 2 weeks, and then bitter fans had to get them out. Plus, Kiera and Parmita are by far the most fine women there. L in the chat for Kenzie."
I might have to watch this show, I guess.
Are you guys no judgment? Are you guys watching this like by yourselves, or you like watching it with like your ladies?
We are definitely in the company of others, but that's irrelevant to
No, you didn't say lady. You didn't say lady.
So what? He just said the company of others.
Why?
Jules, you're taking back a Jules.
No, I'm not doing any kind of joke. Stop trying to put everybody in your category. Everybody is in your category.
Love is love.
Once again, there was no judgment. I was just curious.
Hey,
Mars, when I'm watching it, Mars is complete, but I'm actually not watching it. It's just it's background noise, and I'll tap in. I'll be in and out.
Like this might be family night because
but there are groups of people who get together to watch these shows.
Yeah, no, Love Island is a huge group gathering.
Like Love Island Club.
They'll do it like at bars. Like they'll have watch parties. Literally, they'll have watch parties.
I've seen that.
Hey, with that being said, I'm not that tapped in right now. It was probably like 2024, I think.
Yeah.
I was tapped in that whole season. Granted, though, if y'all would have been with who I was tapped in with, hey, y'all would have watched every episode front to back, the reunion and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't missing nothing that year.
Shout out Black. Go ahead.
I'm saying though, you go up to one of them watch parties or something, they probably got like $2-3 shots going during that time.
You gonna find some too.
You gonna
for sure gonna find some. Oh man, hey, plenty of fish.
I can't watch Love Island, but niggas can go shake their hips for 2 hours, and that's fine.
Who are you talking about?
All right, Euro. We're all gonna Euro because we have to get to the next super chat. Spanish Jose said, "Why are we mentioning Ben Simmons before Jason Kidd in comparison to Magic Johnson?"
Jason Kidd had a lot of Magic Johnson tendencies, but he was so much worse as a scorer, like so much worse. But I like Jason Kidd, man.
Really, it's the 6'9" thing. It's the big, even though J Kidd was a big point guard, especially back then too. Like when you were a 6'4" point guard back in the day, you were technically a big point guard.
He wasn't just a tall point guard. He was 6'4", like 215 pounds. Yeah. He was big.
He did kind of. It was a lot of Magic actually that I really think.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Up a lot. Yeah, he pushed.
He was just a lot worse as a scorer. He was a lot worse than the half court.
He was a worse scorer. Yeah, he was a worse scorer.
Yeah, and his shot selection was egregious. But shout out to Jason Kidd.
He's in that tier of passer though. Salute to him.
Oh, Jason Kidd, amazing. Yeah. I don't think he's Magic, but he's amazing.
I have him as one of the 5 best passers ever. So
yeah, let's agree.
Well. Yeah, I probably do as well.
But it's like Magic, and then it's like the next group, But
I don't.
Anyways,
I think he's number 1, but I don't have him in a tier by himself.
Why? Because he crab dribbled?
I think it's very rare you're in a tier by yourself. Like Steph shooting is like he's a tier by himself. But like most other things, if you're the best ever, you're probably still in a group of other people.
Y'all don't think Jordan is tier 1, like on a tier by himself as a scorer?
I would probably have him like by himself, but like I also can acknowledge the Kevin Durant argument to where I can still put them in the same tier, personally.
Okay,
I can get Kobe and Bron and KD in a Michael tier.
But I've got MJ. I've got MJ comfortably, and I probably do have him in a separate tier.
I think the next one is Kyrie Handle. I think Kyrie's in a tier by himself.
You've been up here glazing with the shirt on the whole time.
The shirt on.
Oh yeah, we
that's
definitely.
great. That's great.
The mouthpiece.
That's
The
great.
mouthpiece.
All right, D-Dog226 became a YouTube member. Shout out to D-Dog. Pimp named Slickback sent through another $9.99 and said, by the way, Mars, I don't know if you peeped any Nets Summer League, but my boy Yegor is driving and attacking. His foot is healed, and he put on 25 pounds of muscle. Him and Mikhail going to be fun this year. Also, I like Tyler.
He's talking about Tyler Bilodeau. He's talking about Bilodeau, I think. But Jaeger looked good. Like he didn't like make a bunch of threes, but like Summer League for me when you're in year 2, even year 1, but year 2 mainly. I just want to see improvements from the previous year, and I want to see you look like you're a step above everyone. Jaeger looks like, to me, like quite comfortably the best player on the court. And if he's getting downhill like that, driving strong, driving hard, finishing at the rim, and that's like a real growth in his game, Jaeger can have a good year. And
I want to know what he did to put on 25 pounds of muscle in 4
Sure, he
months.
ain't put on no damn 25.
Steroids.
He didn't look
Steroids.
25. Like
Steroids.
Like 25 pounds of muscle in 4 months.
I hate when they be doing that.
It didn't look like that to me, but he does look bigger. But yeah, him and Michael should be an interesting backcourt. Shout out to them today. They still lost. Shout out to the Kings.
Hey, Swiper.
Yo,
Hey, man.
yeah.
Salute to Baylor college basketball, man. Y'all doing a great thing over there.
Shut up.
What's going on
Yo,
at Baylor
yo,
College?
right
Baylor University.
Because
Cam Carr. Cam Carr.
Cam Carr developed.
Oh, yeah, not bad.
That boy.
Yeah, he's looked good from what I've seen. Yeah.
A dude looked all right too. Like I'm curious to see what they both gonna look like, in the rotation off the bench.
Bro, Cam Carr really got a burner. He got a burner for real. Like he can shoot the ball.
He be hitting the mid rangers too. Them two dribble pull ups and stuff.
He not gonna shoot them in the league, but
as you guys would say, he is daddy's son.
Shout out to Chris Carr.
Yeah.
All right. Average Joe said, speaking of which, as a Laker fan, been watching the Red Wedding over and over, watching a Rob
That's crazy.
get what's coming to him has been therapeutic. If you know, to the FBI. I'm joking. Kinda.
That's so crazy.
Lakers fans hating on Rob Pelinka like,
Word.
yeah, you guys the big that you guys been asking for. Crazy.
And he got rid of DeAndre Ayton too.
Facts. And he
got Luka.
Two-way player. Facts. And he got Luka. Facts.
What the fuck is going
Colin
on?
Sexton, amazing guard. Exactly. Facts.
All right, Pit named Slickback sent through $9.99. It said, Mars, I kid you not. On my Hinge profile, I legit message women, quote, and I quote, have you seen the latest Love Island? Then like 5 messages later, I'm like, let's go watch it. I'm at the crib. Or let's go watch it at the crib. Easiest pum return on investment ever.
Meeting at the crib for a first date is crazy.
Hey,
I will try that.
y'all be so straight, you miss out on women. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not gonna lie.
Y'all be so straight, you miss out on women.
Salute to those women, but yeah, going to a stranger's house on the first
Yeah, that's
link,
dangerous.
that's bad decision making, in my opinion. I'm not saying he is a bad person. I'm not saying. I'm not saying him.
It's 2026. They getting it out the mud. They getting it out the mud.
I don't know what these
ladies, go to a public place.
Yo, Mars, relax.
Like I'm just
Fellas need to go to a public place nowadays. It's worse for us than it is for them nowadays.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that.
Hey, fellas, it's dangerous out here, fellas. Hey, make sure you meet her at a public place.
You right.
You know how easily you can get caught up in some shit?
Stay safe, man. Stay safe.
Ladies be setting niggas up all the time.
All the time.
That do be happening. I'm not arguing that. Look, stay safe, man.
Well,
I mean, yeah, cool. Everyone stay safe. Everyone.
On top of that, too, you gotta make sure you watching out for the catfish.
Considering what we've been talking about up here, Mars, are you saying that you've never said, normally I don't do this sort of thing, but you've never said that before?
I mean, I would never compromise my morals. You know what I'm saying? I just
Interesting.
I just have enough to compromise.
Normally, I don't do this sort of thing. But
I have no morals. Yeah, we don't compromise our morals. Man.
He don't say that too because he's saying he would say I normally do this in the first place. That's what he's
ain't nothing really to hide about what I'm willing to do and not.
Am I the only one that thought that was Kobe the whole time? This whole episode behind Swiper?
No, I knew that was Virgil.
Okay.
You could.
Bro, the whole episode, I thought that was Kobe. I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was a quote saying Virgil the Great from Kobe. I swear.
Nah,
what?
Salute. I thought that was the poster. I ain't gonna lie.
All right. Speaking of not having morals and standards and all of that, Big Ox Media sent through $5 and said, "My wife is a grown ass woman. She not watching that dumb shit.
She's drinking that Saratoga."
Facts. I bet you she watching them videos.
Pass that.
Shout out my man Ashton Hall, man. Hey, he's still getting to it, boy. I see you. Pimp named Slickback sent through $9.99 and said, "Facts, Ron. Get it out the mud. Them tortas be coming through at 11 p.m. on a Thursday night."
Shit.
Ron, you know what I'm talking about.
Facts.
Any meal's a good meal if it's a torta. That's all I'm gonna say. Any meal's a good meal.
Salute my boy in the chat, man.
Teddy Hart sent through $5 and said, "LeBron, if he wins a fifth chip, it won't be real. No matter where he goes. Y'all really let that slide? We didn't do this for Kareem or to Kareem for his last chips."
You guys gonna realize Kareem ain't LeBron.
Yeah, word.
Like, don't no one care about Kareem.
LeBron is literally in the conversation for the best ever right now. They will use.
Man, hey, Bron got to get to 6 to even be in the same conversation as Kareem. Hey, so Bron, if you do get to that 6, then we'll see if they count. He got to get to 6 first to see if the last ones count. That's all I'm saying. Like, he got 2 more to go, so maybe he can make it a conversation.
Ron be doing so good before he give his opinion. Like, he just read the shit and he just let us talk. He be doing so well. He just start talking about shit.
I'm just saying, he got a couple more to go.
Stop talking, Ron. How about that?
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Cultured Bandit. I can't talk, but Culture can say Magic is just a 6'8" Ricky Rubio. We're done with Magic. He's not in Curry convos. That's what y'all wanted me to get to.
All I know, I am going to continue to take care of myself and be in good health because I promise, real talk, I'm gonna be around 25 years from now when these niggas gonna be talking about Curry and y'all dudes is gonna want to climb through the screen and choke these dudes, and I'm here for it. I won't let it happen. Curry ain't close is nice.
If someone come along and they bad and stuff, they bad.
Curry ain't close.
I won't let it happen.
Yeah, see, I don't need to hold on to these guys. Someone come along who's bad, like. You just know you just holding on to your childhood. Here's
the difference, Mars. I don't have to. If that was true, then I would say that Michael Jordan is the best player ever. Like I wouldn't even acknowledge LeBron James like that. I wouldn't even talk about none of these guys today.
It became undeniable for you.
I'm not holding on to that. What I am saying really quickly, Ron, is years from now, when Cedric shows up and he nice as hell at the long ball line and Curry can't tie his shoes, you dudes is gonna lose your mind. And I'm gonna
if he shoots better than Steph, he shoots better than Steph.
I'm gonna be here for
you think if someone come around shooting Dame range, making 6 threes a game at 44%,
Dame was doing that.
I'm meant to be like, nah, but Steph did it first. He the best.
Answer this question for me. So answer this question for me. Dame did what he did. Meanwhile, Dame got 3 championships and 2 finals MVPs. How we talking about?
He's the man.
It'll be a little different.
I think it will be a little different.
It'll for sure be a little different.
I think it'll be a little bit different.
You need to be bad at Magic.
I don't know about all that.
Sure be saying he bad at Magic.
He be knocking on Steph's door. I
already listened to. If he was in Golden State, they wouldn't miss a beat. I already listened to that.
If Dame had 3 rings and 2 finals MVPs, they'd be saying he better than Magic.
They'd be wrong. But
I mean, yeah, I would disagree with him, and I'd be here arguing Magic's case. But they would be saying he better than Magic.
All right.
All I know, real talk is I'm here for it. I promise you. It's gonna be all snow up here, and I'm gonna be here for it, brother. I promise you.
So real talk gonna have snow in his head too. Real talk either gonna be snowed out or he gonna be looking like Virgil up there.
I'm gonna be here for it. Promise you that.
First off,
Damn,
I'm getting the transplant for that happen. I'm already committed to it. Hey, look,
You got hair, real talk?
Before I go,
Yeah, real talk. You got hair?
You got hair?
yeah, I got hair.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it. Take the hat off.
No, don't take it off. That's OD.
Take it down. No, take it off. Take it off. Come on, let's see it. Penn takes his hat off.
Okay.
Okay,
I know we're the same age. I'll be a little nervous.
All right.
Salute to Penn. You thought I was going to bring up animosity? Penn was just on the show the other day. Salute.
He was very, very productive conversation.
Unlimited hoop. Oh, he goes over there and has productive conversations. Shout out to Penn, man. I guess he can't control himself. Unlimited Hoop Talk said Swiper always talking about Denver healthy while the Wolves were more injured. Y'all just sucked.
Go at the bad defenders, Jamal, Joker. I've never been around to hear a guy say that everybody over there is a bucket of extra crispy. It's food. I've never heard that before.
Mid-series, the series wasn't over.
And I've been watching, and again, I say stuff, and I really feel like I can substantiate a lot of the stuff that I've said, even seeing old stuff. I've never in the middle of a series heard a guy say, everybody over there is food. None of them
closed them out with 30, by the way.
By the way, everybody over there, and by the way, Mars, please not let me leave out. The same dude who said everybody over there is food is talking about arguably the best player in the league being over there too. Eat food. I never heard that.
Yeah, but like Jay, that's his thing though. Like he talks, but he's also a good player.
Right.
He shut the buffet down.
And
you ever seen a nigga walk into a buffet and shut it down?
They did not respond.
You've seen the clips.
They did not respond the right way at all. But like I also, he hasn't won anything.
Oh, he's gonna
like he would be. I think he would be the fourth best player on the team, maybe fifth. You know, but
this is where you're swooping to. He's never won anything.
No, he won that series. He's a definition of a role player. He is worse objectively than all of the players
against Denver.
So like,
and
he won that series. But he won the series. He deserves credit for that. You do get credit for that.
It don't matter where you rank on the team. It don't matter where you rank on the team. If I walk you, matter of fact, Joe, what's funny is I just saw that clip recently because of the all of the LaMelo and Jaden like mashups when the deal happened, and I had forgot. Like, that was an insane clip. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen anything like that ever in my life before. For him to just boldly say like that. No, in fact, but I'm just saying, like, he was like, we're just gonna attack their bad defenders.
All of
like,
them.
Oh, who's the bad defenders? Oh, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Nicole Jokic, all of them. So you're saying all of them can defend? No, they're all bad defenders. Like, that was crazy. And then he went out there and really did that shit to him. That's crazy.
Yes, Roy. Yes.
Hey, Swiper.
Again,
familiar?
This is why I think the series was so bad for what it was, because it wasn't even a talent thing. You were better, but you got worked in the worst way. So like, I mean, that was there's no way around it. Yeah, boom. I agree. I absolutely agree with you.
Hey, Swiper.
That's a mental thing.
Bon appetit, nigga. All right, Nelly 6695.
Ron, hey, grab my water, bench player. That's what I would say to you, dog. Watch out. Now, next super chat. That's exactly what I would say to you. Bon appetit, nothing. That's exactly what I would say to you.
Nelly 6695 said, full transparency, I'm a Cavs fan, but is it ridiculous to think LeBron makes the Cavs legitimate contenders?
It's beyond ridiculous. It's hallucinatory. It's
good for LeBron.
It's not LeBron. That crazy. Yes, LeBron
they can compete to make the playoffs.
Word. If that.
We're gonna have a team in the Eastern Conference that we think is good and is gonna miss the playoffs and still be good. That's gonna happen.
Yeah, the Wizards.
I think the Wizards have.
Hey Jay, by the way, we're wrapping this shit up by October, bro. This Knicks is like really the shit gimmick. We're wrapping this shit up by October.
Why do you just want to?
The Knicks are allowed to run as many laps as they want, man. They won the
facts. That is a fact. That's a fact.
So bad, bro. Nobody even said shit about the Knicks. You just want to fight me so bad.
Because I know, but look how greasy you talking about. Man, there ain't no good man. It's because you on top on the run. I'm saying, I'm letting you. I get it. I get it. I'm
I don't
letting
talk
all
about
Knicks
Boston. I
fans
don't
rock
talk about
out
Philly.
until October.
Well, I mean, real talk, he really gets it until next
the
June.
Giannis trade is officially
Technically.
official. The
I'm
Giannis trade is
talking.
officially
I'm
official.
talking
So
about
Giannis is on
Okay.
Miami.
the teams that are bad. I talk to
Jay,
you about
all I
Orlando.
know,
When I think
all
a team
know,
sucks,
Jay,
I'm telling you they fucking suck. The Cavs fucking suck.
Jay, all I know, Jay, is if the Cavs won the NBA championship last year, I would have been impossible up here. It would have been very difficult to deal with me on a day-to-day basis.
It's okay, chill. They're gonna get James. They're gonna get James in a couple days, and then you gonna get an opportunity to really victory lap.
I'm still fighting for airtime, so that's why I gotta be.
Wrong coming to Philly, but you guys.
I'm fighting for airtime still. You the face. You can do whatever. I gotta fight for my airtime.
I would have been very hard to deal with that. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, Mad Max Sports sent through $5 and said, "How many times I gotta tell y'all Ron didn't watch LeBron? How much more evidence do y'all need? Bron's best fit Wolves, by the way."
Apparently, Ron,
Why's
you
he
don't watch
saying that?
basketball. Yeah, apparently, Ron.
What made him say that? What'd I say about Bron?
That's when you. That's when
can
you say
pass.
6'9" and can pass.
Can pass.
Mm-hmm.
Ron, you can host.
And you can't shut the hell up.
But guess what? I won't.
Yes, actually, you will. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. We're trying to get through these super chats, so pipe down over there.
Don't make me jump on the controller.
Quiet.
Chill. I got
Quiet.
the same access.
Hey man,
Quiet.
super chat.
Start
LaFlame
spraying all over the
Celtics.
place.
What? LaFlame Celtics said the NBA clears FIFA. Why the F does FIFA have no review process for a red card? This is a good thing, and they should do it for every red card.
They did.
I agree.
That's how dude got reinstated. Is that correct? They reviewed it.
I don't know how he got reinstated,
Yeah,
but
he got reinstated.
Shout out Donald Trump.
They looked at it and they was like, "Nah, this ain't legit." And turns out Belgium has no stance.
That's my president.
They
That's
have
what
no
I'm talking
stance here. So all right, I
That
guess.
is technically your president. Absolutely.
Teddy Hart sent through $5 and said clips will be just mid enough to give OKC another great pick next year with the new 3-2-1 lottery format.
Yeah, that's so
imagine.
great.
I'm not impressed with the Clippers at all. I think they do the same thing they did this year.
Shout out the
Once
clips.
Brandon Ingram have a career year this year. Also, Rui Hachimura, you're a traitor. You disgust me.
Pay him then, real talk. I don't want to hear your shit. No, I ain't listening to that, real talk. Pay him then. Then he wouldn't have won on the other side of
Going
town.
over there
He would have
across the
stayed
hall,
right there.
swipe, disgusting work.
Okay, first of
You're
all,
a
it's not
traitor.
across the hall. We don't work in the same building no more. I got my
You're
own building
a
now.
traitor.
That's the
No, we
same
don't.
thing you did when you traded them Zubac. The same thing. You let him go.
We traded them Zubac. Nah, bro.
But you let Rui go. It's the same
the
thing. You
Lakers
did
are
with
allowed
him.
to send players to the Clippers, but those same players aren't allowed to then go to the Clippers on their own.
That
free
is
will.
correct.
That's what we're talking about.
You know what that shit
That
sound
is
like, Ron?
correct.
I'm allowed to send you to go get some extra ass, but you can't go get it on your own, though. No, absolutely not. You got to consult me first. You ain't just stepping out on me.
Like if you got an agreement in the relationship,
I guess.
Nah, you ain't doing that. No.
you can
I
mess with. You can
got to
mess with
work
her
on
when
getting
I
that clause
say
in my
so.
contract.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
you
real
can't
talk.
do that.
And guess what? Real talk. Fuck the Lakers. How about that?
Hey, so chill. You don't got in that relationship. You don't got a player option. You got a team option.
You got to hold yes, but you got to talk to me first, though. You can't just do that. Nah.
I just want to put on record that me personally, I've never been with one or a partner that needs to go get extra ass.
Well, yeah, they come to you for that, right?
No, look at you. Look at you. Always so Atlanta. Always so Atlanta.
Culture Bandit said, "My bad, Unc. I had to get that off."
They never
Dude,
need to leave me for that.
Do what you got to do, Culture. Do what you. Hey, that's what we're here for. You guys to send through super chats and get whatever off that you need to get off. LFC 226 said, "How the F does Jordan have 10 scoring titles? That's ridiculous."
He led the league in scoring
all
10
time.
times. Yeah, he led the league in scoring 10 times.
Tremendous scorer.
He was incredible.
He led the league in shot attempts every year. So
Hey, you
All
could
right,
do
all
that.
right.
You could do that when you
Don't
that
be nasty,
nice.
Real talk. Don't be real nasty.
When you that nice, you could do that.
No, he led the league. He led the league in short attempts about 7-8 times.
I'm not even saying that as a bad thing. I don't know. I don't understand how wanting the score has low key become like an indictment in a scoring conversation.
Nah.
I thought you was being
It's
nasty.
like, oh, the only reason why he's averaging more points is because he shoots the ball more.
Yeah, I wish KD would have had the ability to get more shots.
I'm telling you, people think shots just appear. Like they think, oh, anyone can take 27 shots a game. Like they think, oh, if you just give this player 27 shots, they'll do the same thing. Like you can't just give someone 27 shots. Like respect. Like,
but we also don't penalize volume in any other stat. It's not like, oh, the only reason why he averages more rebounds because he goes for more rebounds. Yeah, kind of how that goes.
The only reason he gets more assists.
Hey, the only reason why he averages more assists because he passes the ball more. Yeah, but if we started breaking down the assist efficiency, assist per pass attempt, all of a sudden, niggas.
Well, we do.
Who win? I need those stats pronto.
Hey, fellas, we got to get rolling. I got to.
Yeah. What you got, Ron? What you got,
Swagger
Ron?
was up here telling us about Shea's passing volume in the finals. I remember that.
He was.
NBA Finals. 29 passes a game. Yep.
Clips fan 1221 said Derrick Jones Jr. in Indy's 2029 first for Peyton Watson. About to happen. Let's do it.
I'm confused on both sides, to be honest with you. But shout out.
G-Rail sent through $5 and said, Ron and Chill, do y'all think Magic was a top 5 scorer of the 80s? I think he's lower, top 10. Steph does clear him as a scorer, though.
No, he was not a top 5 scorer of the 80s.
I'll stand with Chill.
You know what? I'm going to save that for a different day.
So the next time that we bring up Magic and Steph, let's just leave the scoring.
Just save it, real talk. Just save it, real talk.
Nobody was arguing scoring. All I was trying to say is you guys are lower on Magic scoring than you should be.
Save that for a rainy day, real talk.
Slat sent through $5 and said, this nigga Mars gets on this platform and just lies. LBJ in the pick and roll as a ball handler and a roll man clears anything Scotty does on offense.
What's that got to do with what we're discussing in terms of what Scottie Barnes could do in LeBron's place in the playoffs? Unless you think that LeBron James running pick and rolls was what led to them beating Houston, and that Scottie Barnes going to do that, then sure. But I would just disagree with you.
Mars, me and Slat would like for you to stop lying.
No.
Okay.
I will continue to lie. Yeah.
Lamar PT 123 said, "Thank God Bron left that horrible franchise. You Kobe / Luka fans don't deserve him. Lakers weren't shit before him and won't be anything now that he left."
The last part is true.
The franchise with 17 championships wasn't shit before LeBron James.
The last part was true though.
Facts. You LeBron niggas make me chuckle. I'm not gonna lie.
Tip-offs and kickoffs sent through $5 and said, Lynette is a better three-point shooter than Jordan? Shaking my head.
You talking about Bronny?
Oh, nice. Scottie Barnes and LeBron had the same points per possession in pick and roll in the playoffs.
Oh, man.
What about the roll man, no Mars?
Oh, yeah, LeBron's 0.64 points per possession was so valuable.
That was the point that he made. I was just making sure he was being fair.
But then there's going to be a song about the stats, which is fine. I agree. But the premise is LeBron struggled in the half court, and they still won.
If LeBron's jumper doesn't come back, Scottie Barnes will be a better offensive player than him as well as defensive player.
All right.
They play a better defense.
Denny White Henny became a YouTube member. Shout out to Denny. Edo sent through $6 and said, Ron is a dumbness scalability engine. They couldn't defend Magic because they had his ass on their face. But he has a better handle than Steph. I'm so sure.
He talking about the crab and the height disparity.
I'm short too. I'm a beat short too.
I never had as much issue with Magic Johnson dribbling the ball up the court the way he did. If you're 6'9", bringing it up against 6'2" guys, I don't know what you really expect. Never really.
The bringing it up part isn't the problem. It's okay. Now ball is brought up, and we're still just posting up. Which I mean, you're 6'9". It is what it is.
You can't tax him for using his height and weight against the small defenders.
Teddy Hart sent through $5 and said, crab dribble and pro hop always been the same thing to me. Someone please look it up. What do we need to look up?
Pro hop. What's the pro hop? Is that a jump stop?
It's a pro hop's a jump stop.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It's not the same thing.
What? Is he saying crab dribble and pro hop are the same thing?
It's not close to the same thing, Teddy.
Yeah. A pro hop is a.
That's yeah.
So if I'm skipping in the lane,
hop, man.
bam,
That's a rose right there.
Yeah, the pro hop used to be used so much more. But you know what?
Yeah.
The reason why people don't pro hop anymore is because you got the Euros now. And you could step people, the creative stepping through and all of that. Shout out to that pro hop, though. Why is he lying? Said, I thought you was gonna back me up on this, Chill. Damn.
He knew he wasn't gonna get Chill on his side about that. Chill hates stuff.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Hope that's not true, too.
I don't hate Steph Curry.
He said Magic Johnson a bad ball handler. He just doesn't hate Steph.
I think he's just wrong, Mars. He doesn't hate him.
You weren't here when he said Magic was a better scorer than Steph too.
He just said it today. Oh, he didn't say it today, no. I wasn't here for that.
Today. No, I don't think so. Otherwise, you would agree that he hates Steph.
I said we'd have a conversation. You know what? I did say that. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, shit.
Trey Reigns sent through $5 and said, if Darren Peterson can become the scorer we think he can be, how do y'all feel about trading Keontae George and starting Isaiah Collier at the point?
I've never heard Keontae George
worst player.
Word.
And yeah, hey, Isaiah Collier FC. We too good for some of League Year 3.
Please.
Native
MC.
When are you guys?
We too good as a rookie. Shout out my man Native Mint.
I think Keontae and Darren can work. I think Keontae.
I think they can work too. When are you guys going to get it through your head? Guys who dominate the basketball and score all the points, we're not going to win that way. That's never happened. Period.
I mean,
think we've seen
Jordan.
but MJ played off the ball a lot.
Yeah, we had to change the offense for this dude.
Absolutely.
Because
low-key LeBron.
No. Mm-mm.
He paused too much.
All right, y'all. I got a few more members chats. Leaf Diggy sent through a members chat and said, so we're going to act like the Wizards ain't loaded?
Apparently not. Mm-mm.
People have a different.
The Wizards are really good. Chill. I'm with you.
I think the
that.
Wizards have a good 5. I think.
Loaded is a stretch, but they got
a lot of assets. Yeah.
I like that starting 5.
DSG Piccolo
in the East if they healthy.
DSG Piccolo said Swiper. P. Watt for Drew.
Hell yeah.
Peyton Watson for Drew Holiday?
Yeah.
Peyton Watson for Drew Holiday?
Yeah.
That wouldn't work either way.
Swiper gonna take that trade and he just gonna deal with it, live with it, accept it.
100% play off the ball. Yes, he can.
The Nuggets got Tyus Jones back. They don't need another guard.
That's right. Free Devin sent through a members chat and said Bron's best fit is OKC, but y'all won't admit it.
No,
to do what? Watch Shea?
That ain't his best
watch
fit.
Shea?
No, we won't admit
What?
it.
To do what? AJ Mitchell get the ball now?
No, we're not admitting that. No.
They also brought back Hardenstein, so like Chet's the 4, Hart's the 5, Bron's not a 3.
I mean, he can play over Lou Dort. Lou Dort could do it.
Well, Lou Dort, respectfully, is part of their point of attack defense. Like whether
you lose a little defense, gain a lot of everything else. I think they'll be all right.
They got another dude over there named J Dub at the 3, if I'm not mistaken. Ain't that
yeah, you're trying to tell me Shea one of these elite defenders.
Bron can win 6 man of the year. I don't see the problem.
Bron is not going to Oklahoma.
He's not coming off the bench anyway. Yeah, that's
please. Let's be clear about that. Real talk.
Yeah, that's not happening.
But he don't want to win.
All right, Freeski 817 said LeBron to the Celtics. You can book it, buddy. We made the whiteboard too.
James, he hates Boston. He says it's one of the most racist.
Yeah, I don't think LeBron will ever go to
he's
Boston.
not coming to Boston. So
all George and LeBron be fun though.
Would it be fun?
No, it wouldn't be. No, it would not.
What's your definition of fun, Swiper?
It'd be a good tandem to watch. The 35-year-old and 36-year-old and the 41-year-old getting together.
No.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm good.
All right, last but not least, Slat sent through a members chat and said, waiting on Mars to tell me what Wemby does that makes him comparable to 09 through 2011 Dwayne Wade.
Mars got a hater, and I love it. Yes.
Play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Good answer.
They're just gonna spam you with defense.
Oh, and then we got a new member. Real talk. Would you like to shout out this member before we leave?
Shout out to Oiled Up Juicy Real Talk FFC. Became a
you got a double FC?
Yeah, I think y'all banned the other one, so they made another account.
Shout out to double FC, man.
Wow.
All right, y'all. Go America! Go America!
USA! USA!
We will rock you. Rock you.